you ready? I said, are you ready? For the 10s watching in attendance and the 10s watching at home, oh, let's get ready to Coyote! What's up, San Antonio Spurs fan? Well, I guess he's a furry. San Antonio Spurs fans, Charlotte Hornets fans, welcome to TSR Sports. We'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction to Scoreboard, interactive chat. You talk about it. It's going to be there in the chat. We'll talk to you. And hoping for maybe a little Spurs winning streak here. The Hornets aren't so good. I know our Spurs aren't so good, but the Hornets aren't so good either right now with only 8 wins. So the Spurs can actually get 2-game winning streak going here as they're at home tonight hosting Charlotte. Glaze and Bacon, can Wemby get more than 24 minutes this game? I heard he is off the minutes restriction. So, yes. In physique, yes. Benjamin, good evening. The real question is, what will the halftime show be this time? It'll be some dude balancing a bunch. All right, I think we're coming back. Sorry about that. OBS crashed and I lost internet connection, and I'm sorry, we should be back. Are we back? Are we back? Whoa, I just put the chat right there. That's not what we want to have right there. Sorry, I don't know. Did you guys leave off with Grogu bouncing on my head? I'm so sorry. We should be up and running again. No, maybe not. I can't seem to get the scoreboard back. All right, there we go. Are we good? Are we good? Are we up and running? Hopefully. I don't know where my score went. Guess I'll just reload that. Refresh. Where's my score? All right, seem to be having some time. I think we're up and running. We're back. All right, yeah, I don't. So where did the scoreboard go? I got an idea. I'm gonna select all. Copy that. I'm gonna do that. Then we're gonna do that. There we go. Sing. All right. Sorry about that. What happened? Did you guys freeze with Grogu on my face? Gee, I don't know. Technology. Jared, Phil, it's your boy Rico, Steven, Bobby, Jorge, Octane, Penalty, Rhonda, Three Beards, sorry, Kerb, Jack. I sat here and I saw. So for those of you who haven't used OBS before, it's the streaming software we use, we use here at TSR Sports, and I looked down and it said the feed was getting 0, which is how many kilobytes a second that I'm sending through to the YouTubes. And when I saw 0, I thought, uh-oh, we've got Houston, we have a problem. But it looks like we're good now. So my apologies, we got frozen at the beginning. Hopefully we don't have any more issues for the rest of the night. So, yeah, I don't know what happened, Jared. Well, I do know what happened. OBS lost internet connection, so I had to reset that. Yes, if you have not done the thumbs up machine, please do so. It does help the channel. Fast, fun, nutrition, and delicious. And it looks like this. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Who's ready for a 2-game winning streak for our San Antonio Spurs? All right. Anyway. A big weekend this weekend, my friends. A lot of NFL. The Spurs playing in tomorrow night. Do plan on being live for that game. I think they play at 8 or 8:30, and then a ton of NFL games. I do plan on doing at least reaction videos to whatever happens in the Eagles game and whatever happens in the Cowboys game. It just feels like that would be appropriate as a Giants fan if I do some sort of end-of-game reaction, if you will. Spur of the moment, we should be okay now. We're up and going. Age of Babe, thank you for stopping in. Yes, Jared, it is the baby Coyote, and LaMelo Ball is back. This is his first game back since, I don't know when. I don't know if I saw 7 games or 7 weeks. So he's been out for some time. I heard from another subscriber, I think actually it's Itchy Boy Rico, said that Wemby's off the minutes restriction. Ron Starr, do I think we are going to get Trey Jones? We have Trey Jones. He's on our team. If you're asking if he's going to start tonight, then the answer is yes. I got to think with the Spurs playing better, the last 3 games, 2 competitive games, and a win, that Pop is going to continue to start Trey. It doesn't make sense to bench him at this point. There's no better option. Yeah, I don't know about this Trae Young stuff that he's open playing with Wemby. I mean, isn't he a defensive albatross and our team needs defense? So I don't think he'd be the person to fit this. There's a lot of speculation. The trade rumors are always out there and wacky and wonky. I might address it tomorrow morning, shoot a video around 11. If I can find something more than just Clutch Point saying Trae Young wants to play with us, if I see other sites reporting on it, maybe we'll touch base on it. I did not hear the Yankees sign him, Asia. Thank you for the update. I hope the Cowboys and Eagles both lose because F both of them. Well, Jared, that's where I'm at as a Giants fan, so I get you. I don't think they will trade Trey Jorge, and Chris, I don't know if that's the answer. He'd be a great playmaker. He's a great scorer. Does he get us to the next step? I think we'd be more mid at this point, and we're just kind of stuck in purgatory where we were with DeJounte Murray. I know a lot of you say, well, Trae Young better than DeJounte Murray. Sure, but I think we would still be just kind of middle of the pack like we were with him. Maybe not a play-in team, but a 6th, 7th, 8th seed, but just, I don't know. Phil, you are so not pulling for the Cowboys to win it all. How could you possibly say that as a Falcons fan? Jared, the Philadelphia Eagles have lost 5 out of their last 6. They did not look good in either Giants game. Yes, they split the series, but the Eagles were very close to being on a 6-game losing streak going into the playoffs. They do not look good. They do not look like the Super Bowl team from last year. Eagles fans have to be concerned. They do not look good at all right now. I see. Good evening to you. Does he average 1.4? Oh, all right, Victor. Fair enough. That's not bad. That's not bad. Sebastian, good evening to you. Ginobili will be returning on a 10-day contract. That would be amazing, but I don't see it happening. Dog She, good evening to you. What's up, Victor Martinez? McLean, I think we're going to have to do a video on that tomorrow because a lot of you are talking about it, and as a Spurs content creator, if that's kind of in the news, I probably should address it, I would think. Well, good evening, Isabel. She might be watching from home. I live in Texas, and my Falcons are done, so come on, man. Root for the Texans. Would you get Lonnie back once he becomes a free agent? Probably not. Probably not. The Hornets starting lineup: Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Nick Richards, Terry Rozier, and LaMelo Ball back in. Brandon Miller on the bench. And is Gordon Hayward out? I saw he had some injury issues. So I don't know if he's out tonight or not. But that's the lineup for the Hornets: Miller, Bridges, Richards, Rozier, Ball. Having the ball. For the Spurs, Julian Champagnie, Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama, Demisel, and Trey Jones is starting, thankfully, for our Spurs. 2-year option. Okay, thanks, Asia. John Lou, good evening. Wemby's per 36 would be 32 points. But what? Is it that high? His per 36 are really good. I think it's like 4 blocks a game as well. What's going on? Fresh Zero. I am ready for the first quadruple double. Lug McDormand is sitting out tonight, and the Spurs have been taking calls for him and Chetty. I no doubt they are taking calls. I can see them moving on from some of the vets on the team. Actually, Naj Dorp, I just said it. I think they'll move on one of the vets before the All-Star break. No way we lose tonight. Mike Smith, I hope you're right. I'd rather have Malachi start instead of Champagnie. I'd actually rather have Osman start, unless the Spurs are really dead set of moving on. Players around the court, and away we go. Wow, tip-off got here quick. I was not ready for just the tip, but here it is, and here we go. Spurs won the jump ball because who's out jumping Victor Wembanyama? Speaking of Wemby, has the ball right now, drops it off to the Hornets, and we're going to have a quick foul on Trey Jones. So we're starting the game with a turnover. If we lost to the Pistons, I might have cried live on stream. This could have been an easy W without LaMelo, but we don't want an easy W. We want a legit W that we earn. And I'm glad to see LaMelo Ball's back. This is a return game, so it'd be cool to see him play tonight. He has the ball right now, 1-on-1 with Trey Jones, 10 on the shot clock. Wheels it around over to Terry Rozier, pull up in the paint, and Rozier gets the first bucket of the game. I don't know this Hornets lineup, so I might struggle a little bit with some of the players on the court. I obviously know LaMelo Ball. He's bright orange shoes make him stand out very easily. Speaking of shoes, Demisel rocking some pink shoes. As he's going to go over to Champagnie. Champagnie's three is no good. And Champagnie gets stepped on. And I think he's going to go to the line for 3. Champagnie rocking some bright orange and black shoes. LaMelo Ball is back and he is playing. If we lost to the Pistons without Cade, I don't think he'd stop being a Spurs fan, but you might contemplate what you're doing with your life. That is a true story. Cade Cunningham did not play for Detroit. And we're going to have a replay? Champagne's looking a little limpy. So Brandon Miller isn't the starting lineup. I must have screwed up and not been reading the starting lineups right. They're showing the replay again. They might be checking for a flagrant. There's the foul where if you don't give the shooter the space to land, which we've seen before many, many years ago. If you know, you know. And I think they might be checking for that. As well, you know, I think he might only play 25 minutes depending on the game because the Spurs play tomorrow night as well. I don't know if he's on a back-to-back restriction, but I'd rather see him play a little less minutes and be able to play both nights instead of playing a little heavier minutes tonight and not being able to play at all. Player foul. Tommy L. Watson, good evening to you. Son of Scar, what's going on? I don't know why it's not showing. Maybe I gotta refresh it. I had to refresh it. There we go. I had some technical difficulties to start the evening. I don't know what happened. Everything just kind of crashed and got stuck, but we got back up and running. And here we are. Champagne's going to be at the line shooting a technical free throw. Yeah, flagrant. Didn't give him room to land. First free throw is good. And Julian Champagnie has scored. Because the struggle's been real for Julian to get on the board in some games. I'm really hoping he breaks out of his slump. If he's going to be starting, then he needs to be playing much better than he has. He's shooting under 40% from the field for the year, averaging 5.3 points per game, and this is a starter. Granted, he's only getting 20 minutes or less a game. His defense has been okay, but the shooting has not been there. I like to see a full minutes game after this long. Fine with resting after. Fair enough, Vera. Alele Spurs. And yes, Julian Champagnie does have all our points. This is a factual statement. It is Spurs basketball. It is empty in the crowd. Now it's early. People could still be getting drinks or pretzels or what have you. Spurs ball, they get it to Wemby. Wemby immediately gets double teamed. Breaks the double team into the paint. Pull up off balance jumpers, no good. Gets the contact. Foul on Nick Richards. Wemby going to the line for two. Oh boy, this is going to be a long game if we're going to be at the free throw line all night. Inca the Demigod says, Bold. What is a player that is not coming to the San Antonio Spurs this season? Or who is? Jamie Duran, Go Spurs, go to you. Wemby at the line. 2 shots. First free throw is good. Boop. All about the churros. I like churros, Victor. Had them for the first time maybe in decades recently. About Wemby, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 21 minutes. The second few minutes ever in the NBA with a triple-double. I think I saw somewhere Russell Westbrook did it in 20-ish, 20 maybe. So Wemby, a great game against the Pistons. Ball with the ball, gets it over to Bridges. Hornets having a little trouble with the handles right now. Terry Rozier now with the ball, pull up for 3. That is no good. Wemby with the rebound. And Wemby will bring it up for the Spurs. Cross court. Thinks about a 3, pulls it down, and we'll get it over to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to start to drive. Vassell draws a double, gets in the paint. Go around. They found an open Champagnie, and that's a miss. Julian just still struggling with the shot. Dang it. A churro? Did you ask what a churro is? Right, Asia? What the heck is a churro? Brandon Miller for a long 3, no good. Nick Richards with the offensive board, loses the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be Spurs basketball. Now I'm craving a 7'4" long churro. I mean, I'm hungry. You know what I could use? I could use a good punch in the face. I feel better now. I got chucked. Vassell into the paint. Gets rejected and knocked out of bounds. Going to be Spurs ball. Spurs are up 5-2 as both offenses looking a little slug McDormand. I know he's kidding, Asia. He is. Spurs ball. It will get it into Wemby. Wemby surveilling the grounds. Thinking about a 3. Fakes the 3. Takes the 3. Misses the 3. Miles Bridges with the rebound. That's the one part of Wemby's game I'd like to see changes. Less 3s. That pull-up jumper is way off by Brandon Miller. Spurs ball. Trey Jones will bring it up. Out to Devin Vassell. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Definitely going to get it back over to... I think we're getting into Champagnie. Nope, sorry, Wemby. Champagne. Wow, I don't know what the heck I'm thinking there. They do not look alike. At all. Ball for three, no good. Wemby with the rebound. I got confused. Devin Vassell with the ball for the Spurs. He's going to start to drive. We'll get it into Wemby. Wemby in the paint. Loses the ball. Fast break. LaMelo Ball. Misses at the rim. A bunch of missed tips. Brandon Miller ball. And finally the Spurs get the ball. That was ugly by the Hornets. Now foul on the Hornets. What a mess. This game is ugly. There is some really bad basketball happening on the court right now. And a lot of it was just by the Hornets. Oh, my Lanta. They missed a lot of shots at the rim there. Good grief. It is Spurs ball, 5-2. Trey Jones looking to get it into Wemby. Wemby getting bodied up right now. They'll get it over to Devin Vassell. 9 on the shot clock for the Spurs. Vassell going to start to crossover dribble. Pulls up for three. That's no good. What is that? Yeah, Three Beards. He had no turnovers in that triple-double with 10 assists. I did see that. He does have 2 turnovers tonight already, though. Spurs are 0 for 5 from the field. The Hornets are 1 of 8. The teams are combined 1 of 13. Nick Richards' jumper is no good. This is bad. The Spurs have all their points from the free throw line. They try to force him to Wemby. Wemby to paint. Lose the ball. Oh, my God. And alley-oop, and the alley-oop is botched to Miles Bridges. This is terrible. So in the paint, gets it to Wemby. Wemby's going to go for the stuff, and he missed a dunk. Oh, my frick. What is happening? Oh, God. Chris Roy, good, hello. I feel like I'm watching, like, 6th graders play basketball that are just tall and can jump. Ball, three-pointer is an absolutely albatross of a shot. It's going to go out of bounds. This is brutal. This is not, this whole first quarter so far is Shaq in a full material. Vassell to the paint, tough layup, good and one. Thank you, Devin. We're going to win this game 18-11. S-Sauce, I don't think we're going to hit that mark, but there's some... gosh, Charlotte only has 2 right now. There's been some Shaq in a fool quality plays here. Chris, it's not feeling like that. Devin makes a free throw. Spurs are up 8-2. Just showed Bobby sitting there. Probably shaking his head, putting his head down like, what am I watching? The Spurs are 6 of 6 from the line. Really feasting at the line tonight. Rozier with the little alley-oop to Nick Richards and a rare bucket for Charlotte. Toby, the scoreline? Well, it's 8-4. Do you mean, like, what's the favorite? Trey Jones runner's good. Okay. The team's both finally starting to make some buckets. That was a rough first 3 minutes and some change. Very rough. Brandon Miller going to start to drive in the paint. Pull-up jumper is no good. He a foul, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Brandon, I believe, was the 3rd overall pick in last year's draft, behind Wemby and Scoot, if I remember correctly. Hi, good evening. It felt like middle school. Isabel, it felt pranky. I mean, there was a stretch there that just was... I feel like there should have been some theme music playing in the background. The Benny Hill Show theme. I feel like that should have been going there. First free throw is no good. And is Wemby coming out already? Yep. Wow. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Made the second free throw. So Wemby, 5 minutes already. This is totally shackable. Miller was second. Was he, Victor? Right. Turnover by the Spurs. Pull up 3 by Rozier. No good. Trey Jones with the rebound. Spurs are in the bonus, by the way, already. In an ugly game to start. Trey Jones, though, drives to the hoop. Makes the layup. Good. And we have seen Jones attacking the paint more and attacking with very good success. Geez, Kawhi Leonard is 3rd in the league in steals per game right now. And number 1 in blocks, Victor Wembanyama, 316, 3.16. Lopez right behind him at 2.89, and that 3 is good by Ball. And Pop's going to call a timeout. I like to say, Ball's been playing well, penalty. He's undersized for a center, but he's been playing pretty well. He's still very young. I think Dominic Barlow is, 20 years old? So I'm glad he's getting a chance to show some stuff. Now, this is because of the Zach Collins injury. If I'm being honest, I'd be fine if they traded Zach before the All-Star break. I'm sorry. I know he's got some fans. He's got 2 years remaining on his contract, $35 million. And I like Zach, but I don't think he's giving anything that much more special than I think Barlow could have the same ceiling as he does in a couple of years. So it is what it is. Blake Wilson might get some time tonight. Winning is not essential. It's teaching. Okay. How many games will the Spurs lose this year? Jared, probably at least 50, maybe 60. Oh, okay. Hi, oh, we can't trade Zach till after the year? Is there something in his contract caps 210 and the way he was re-signed? I don't know all the ins and outs of the NBA contract rules on the top of my head. If I'm looking at the contracts, then I can explain it better, but I don't know what the specifics are of his actual contract. Jorge was injury prone as a Portland Trailblazer. He's been relatively healthy. Of course, he's injured right now as a San Antonio Spur. This is what I expected Pop to do. And after 5 minutes, he's out. Second half, he gets more minutes. He's been kind of doing that year to Boy Rico, but there could be a chance Pop is looking to play him tomorrow. We play the Bulls tomorrow, right? Tomorrow night? So if Wemmy's going to play tomorrow, then I can't see him playing any more than 20 to 22 minutes tonight. Mr. Z's coming in the game for a Z dunk. All right, Mr. Z, good luck in there. I'm looking for you. Pop had said many times that winning games is not his job as a coach. It's to make his players better men. A pretty part of his job as a coach is to win games. Let me think about it. Yes, you play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. Anyway. Well, Victor, I hear it saying. This YMC game is going really well. Toby, I heard he was not in a minutes restriction. Maybe he is still on it. That's fair, Capsu 10. Only reason he has a job still is because he and the players surrounding him were winning. You must be referencing a lot of the guys on the wall. Duncan, Ginobili, Robinson. If Pop came into a loaded team, not initially. When he took over as a coach, Robinson's out with injury. Sean Elliott was out. I think Dominique Wilkins was our leading scorer at the time. And Wilkins at that point was way past his prime. That being said, the next year, Robinson comes back from an injury. He's got Timmy, and then later they draft Manu and Tony. So, he had some good players around him. Pull-up jumper by Vassell is good, and the Spurs are up 14-8. Good start for San Antonio. It is Charlotte ball. Who do we have on the floor here? Miller, Bridges, Richards, Rozier, Smith, Sohan, Jones. I haven't said Jeremy Sohan's name really tonight, have I? That's a miss. Richards with the putback, and it's good. Nick Richards with the bucket. 14-10. James Barles showed us a lot in the Summer League, showed us a lot in the preseason. He's starting to show it's in the regular season now. Kelvin's checked in the game. Ball's going to get poked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Spurs. Well, Phil, actually, you are correct there. That is true. Who got fired that year? Was it Bob Hill or Jerry Tarkanian? Who got kicked out of the Spurs? I don't remember who the coach was at the start of the season, but he did not stay with the Spurs coach long. I don't think it was Tarkanian. Was it Bob Hill? I get my Spurs coaches crossed. Malachi Branham's in the game. Pull-up jumper in the paint. Off the rim. No good. Nick Richards with the... It was Bob Hill. Okay. Thank you, guys. I had a feeling it was one. I think Tarkanian was earlier. Did John Lucas take over for Jerry Tarkanian? Turnover Charlotte. I remember Tarkanian didn't last long, but was it John Lucas? We went through a lot of coaches before Pop. No. Jorge, I think that conveys into a second-round pick, because that Charlotte pick is lottery protected this year, and Charlotte stinks. So we're not getting a lottery pick. It's top 14 protected. Keldon with the ball right now for the Spurs, who are up 14-10. My clock is not running. My clock is not running. My clock is not running. There we go. I looked away. Somebody just hit a three-pointer for the Spurs. Oh, Malachi. Sweet Malachi. Ba, ba, ba. Charlotte ball down by 7 in a very low-scoring first quarter so far for the Hornets. So I am playing some D right now. And blocks the shot. Blocks Miles Bridges' shot. So finally say Sohan's name tonight. Vassell going to launch a quick three. What would you give up for DeJounte Murray? I'd give up 3 second-round picks. Definitely. Would you guys give up 3 second-round picks for DeJounte Murray? Sure. I would. Richards in the paint. Misses the shot. Going to get fouled and go to the line. I'm going to get my clock fixed too, by the way. Bob fell down a hill. No, I got you, Phil. I got you. Why do you hate these jersey caps, Susan? Dragon, there we go. Larry Brown, Bob Bass, Tarkanian, Rex Hughes. I don't remember Rex Hughes. John Lucas, Bob Hillpop. So the folks that, you know my boy's David Robinson, right? A lot of Spurs fans, generally thinking, not a lot, some Spurs fans are like, man, Tim Duncan was way, way better than David Robinson, just basically punking David Robinson. And I'm like, do you realize how many different coaches David Robinson had? He never had stability. Timmy was lucky, and our Spurs organization was lucky to have such stability when he came here. It was just him and Pop his whole career. I mean, you look at that coaching tree there. Robinson had Brown, Bass, Tark, Hughes apparently, Lucas, Hill, and then Pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is nuts. How are you going to succeed with that many different coaches? The best players with him through until Timmy were Sean Elliott, who was a good player, a 2-time All-Star. Not a great player, but a good player. And then a nutty Rodman for 2 years. So I guess I'm just saying, did Tim have a better career than David? Yes, but I hate seeing way better than David. I'm like, prime David Robinson was a freaking good. Sometimes I can say good. Cowboy X Factor, good evening to you, my friend. Hughes was only one game. That's why I don't remember him, then Dragon. It is Coyote. It is Baby Yoda. Eli's in the closet, but Slingin is here, who's going to tell you to come and get it here in a second. When you're ready, come and get it. The Lakers are kind of a mess right now. Is LeBron finally starting to show his age? I've heard he's had some rough games here and there. By the way, 2 free throws for the Spurs. First one is good. Indeed, Victor. Indeed. Chetty Osman at the line for one more. It is 21-12, 3:53 to go in the first Q. I don't want to see Murray go to the Lakers. How do they keep adding players on every year and not getting some kind of salary cap penalty or draft pick penalty or whatever? How is their salary? I mean, their salary has to be infinitely higher than our Spurs. They got AD and LeBron. They're both making I've got to be both making over $40 million a year. Thor just had the ball, but he no longer does. As the ball can now go out of bounds. I think that's off Ish Smith, and it is. That's a turnover to Spurs ball. Robinson, Elliott, Cummings, Anderson restricted that. Jorge, that's the lineup. I was there. And Victor, same here. That Robinson jersey is almost 30 years old right there. That's an old school champion jersey. Remember champion back in the day? Brandon with ball right now for the Spurs. Get to Jeremy Sohan. I don't know if Jeremy scored. Jeremy flies in for a dunk. The ball rolls out the rim. Offensive putback by Barlow is no good, and we're going to have a whistle and 2 free throws coming up. Victor Wembanyama, you can get a go Spurs go. Jared, he is pushing 40, and he's got a million miles on his body. That dude's been in the playoffs almost every single year of his career. He's been in the league, 20 years-ish? Barlow had a really nice line against the Pistons. 11, 8, and 4 in 24 minutes. He's at the line right now. Oof, missed that free throw. Lakers ownership just pays the cap penalty. The Lakers penalty last year was more than their roster salary. Damn. Damn. That is, wow. I remember Vinny and Mario Homer. Well, Dominic Barlow missed both free throws. I don't know much about him, Mr. Hughes. I would have to look him up. I honestly don't know anything about him. Little Rice? And we have Mogul misses at the rim by Thor. Hornets still have the ball with 10 on the shot clock. And ball falls over. No whistle. Going to lose it out of bounds. Spurs ball 21-12. The Charlotte pick. We have the Charlotte pick for this year. Does it convey next year then? Zach, good evening to you. As for what the Lakers do to start, they change up the roster every year besides. Yes, they do. And I think that's one of their problems. It's been LeBron, AD, and they just keep trying different players around those two. And it's like you had a solid core when you won the championship. Why beyond? It's beyond me why they thought they needed to get rid of everybody and bring in Russell Westbrook. The Nets suck. Well, sure, Jared. We are in a commercial break. Add 2 of 6. Well, what's going on with that? Here's what I say to commercial breaks. This is what I think of them. Sucker! La GM. I like La Flop. I think La Flop's probably the nickname I like the most for LeBron. If just because it's funny. And I don't know what's going on. It did crash again, Phil. You know, there's a new version of it that I haven't upgraded to. Apparently, I need to upgrade to it. This has been rough tonight. I haven't had 2 crashes in a stream in like, oh my God, I don't know how long. Hey, I don't know what's left on the clock. No, it's not you guys. I've been having a lot of issues tonight. I've had OBS crash once this season, 0 times last season, Cowboy X Factor, but it's gone down twice tonight. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm gonna have to upgrade my OBS. I have no idea what's left on the clock because I just came back from a commercial break, so I'm gonna get my clock fixed here in a moment. It's 2:49. All right, I'm way off. Jeez, this sucks. Yeah, damn technology, you're killing me. Hey. I think everything else is running pretty good. Yeah, everything else looks fine. I don't know what's going on tonight. All right, 21-11, 2.5 minutes to go. It's Hornets ball. Driving the paint ball is going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with Charlotte. No miss TSR tonight, Cowboy X Factor. Just me. Just me. Even in your job, maybe, it could be, I don't know what it could be. I am going wireless. I used to go wired all the time. I wonder if being wireless is just not going to cut it anymore. I said 21-11, and somebody just hit a 3 for the. I think ball hit a 3. How did they get up to 15? Or maybe my score was off 1. I did lose connection for a moment. So my apologies. 23-15, Spurs up by 8. Ball with the ball. Hey, Blake Wesley's checking in for the Spurs, rocking some yellow highlighter shoes. Ball with the pass, and we have a foul on the Spurs. I got it. 23-15. Rich, the Clippers cap penalty for the season is 100. Wait. Their cap penalty is $113 million? $113 million. Is anybody else having trouble with the audio, or is it just Jared? Everything's plugged in. Audio good for everybody else? Wow, what a weird night. Are the Chiefs tomorrow? Yeah, the Chiefs are tomorrow night. Audio's good. Who do you guys play? 23-15 Spurs ball. Audio's good. All right, Jared, I guess maybe just it was having an issue for a second. Malachi Brandon thinks about the 3, pulls it down, drives in the paint, throws it up, and gets the layup. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it. 25-15. Hopefully no more issues tonight. It's driving me crazy. This pull-up 3 is no good. Ish Smith way off on that 3. Spurs up by 10, minute and a half to go. Now a steal by Ball. We're turning the ball over a lot. No pun intended. Ball with the layup, no good. Getting fouled. Going to go to the line for 2. Dolphins. Thank you. And thank you, everybody. Spur of the moment, Fresh Zero, Vera, Jamie, Rhonda, Zach. The Ho is in the chat. The Ho train. Ball fouled, but that was kind of a phantom foul. All right, whatever. 25-15, both teams in the bonus. 1, 2, 3 remaining on the clock. Yes, Victor, let's get those likes. Are we getting close to 50? Oh, we got past 50. We have 66. Can we get to 69? You know what I'm saying? 69 likes, anybody? 69? 69? Anybody here like the 69? Anybody? Anybody? Should have known. All right. Chetty Osmo with the ball, starts to drive, out to Kelvin. Kelvin thinks about the three, pulls it down, starts to drive, spins around in the paint. The layup is no good. And now a foul on the Hornets. I hate him. $186 million Warriors luxury tax? What? Damn. Tracy goes first. Go to you. Yes, 69 is the best. It's your boy, Rico. All right, Kawhi, you like the 69. We get it. I think 25 points isn't that low scoring by today's NBA standards. It is. The 16 points is very low for the Hornets. However, they have 2 free throws coming up by Miles Bridges. First free throw is good. 25-17. Joe Dindo, I mean, there's one TSR jersey in existence. The TSR Sports jersey. I think some of you asked me about merch. I thought about it a little bit, and I said 100,000 subscribers. Maybe if we get, or when we eventually get to 50,000 subscribers, I would think about merchandise. I'm very proud of 21,000 subscribers. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know what I feel like. 97, William. Hey, Joling Chung, good evening to you. Oh my, just logged in and saw Kawhi laughing at me. Good evening, Pyro Wave. I want a Thunder Dunk of Justice t-shirt. Yeah, you know, it's tough for me because I do this for fun. If I was to do merchandise, because I did look at Teespring once, I would go with the absolute minimum price. The lowest possible. Like, I know you can put your profit margin in as a seller, and I would try to keep it as low as they let me. So, like, if a shirt was $20 with my cut, I would just make it 21. I seriously try to keep it absolutely as low as possible. Some folks have talked about wanting to have a membership on the channel. I got rid of those a long time ago. I also understand people like having the little membership emoji. If I was to bring memberships back, it would be the dollar level only. Just as a heads up, I'm thinking about it because people have been asking about it, but it would just be the absolute minimum. I would not want, just absolute minimum if I was to do that. Ball runner is no good. Oh my gosh, another foul. 2 more free throws. Making your own TSR shirt. Nice, Adrian. You'd have to put that out. I'd like to see that on the Twitters. Hey, Rich, can you show us Triple H, AK the game? AJ10, I can show you the game. Sucker! Victor, I couldn't do that. If I was to do merch, seriously, it would be some of the lowest price merch you'd see on YouTube because I would try to keep the profit margin as low as possible. I don't do this for money. I've said it before, I like Google's ad revenue, but if people are going to be rocking TSR stuff, I want it to be absolutely as cheap as possible. Not the quality, but the cost. The jersey in Wemby here is so expensive. Like, well, what, Joe Nindo? Selena Gomez has a new boyfriend. She does. Make a limited 50 for 100. No, Jamie, I couldn't. No way. No. That would hurt my soul to try to do that to the audience. I'm not like that at all. Spurs ball. Barlow flies. Oh my gosh, another foul. This is ridiculous. We're spending the whole game at the free throw line. I like Dominic Barlow, Caps 210, but I got to think a lot of Spurs fans are going to say somebody else is our best center. Maybe somebody that's a little thinner, a little taller, a little Frencher. The Hornets have Thor and are still losing, right? The mighty Thor. Zach, that's pretty accurate. Now, that being said, I do put money into the channel, Zach. NBA League Pass is not free. I have Sling, not because I want it, It's $40 a month for Sling Orange. I get that specifically just because the Spurs are on TNT or ESPN, although I'll be able to cancel it after the. I think they have 2 more games on cable, and then the rest is on NBA TV, which is part of the League Pass. Occasionally buy equipment. Bought the new microphone. I'm going to probably need a new laptop within the next year, maybe sooner if it keeps conking out. It is Hornets ball, 28-20. Very low scoring affair. Ball way out in three-point land, guarded by Osman. 12 on the shot clock. A lot of fouls, too. I don't like this many whistles at all. Switch. Wesley now on ball. Ball's going to dry in the paint. Kind of an ugly-looking Euro step and an ugly-looking layup, but it worked and it went in, so whatevs. Spurs can hold for the last shot. 28-22. Keldon way out right by the midcourt line. Standing on the Spurs logo. Starts to take off. Just going to launch a 3. Back rim, no good. Osman with the rebound, and that's how we'll end the first quarter. Spurs up by 8. We'll take it. Right? Spurs 8-point lead. I'll take it. I mean, we've been playing better in the second half, so I'm a little less worried about those meltdowns. So I'll take a 6-point lead. Why Victor's only got 5 minutes is beyond me. Let me make sure I change the quarter. I struggled at that last time. Put a little Q2. Forgot to change quarter in the previous game, and it really drove me crazy. Your TSR family would love to support you. I appreciate that, Victor. Remember to like and sub if you haven't. That's, William, what I like, is a thumbs up. I'll take a thumbs up any day, twice on Sunday. James Harden approves of the whistles. Nice. Barlow should start instead of Champagny. Ozzy, I mentioned that. It would help our rebounding. It would help our rim protection. It might hurt the floor spacing considerably, since even though Champagny's not taking a lot of threes or making a lot of threes, you still have to respect the three-point shot, whereas Barlow has no three-point shot. Wemby is still on a minute restriction? HBK, the Heartbreak Kid Lucas, that's not what I want to hear. That was a long first quarter. How long have we been streaming? Well, I can't tell because the little timer restarted, but it's 8:46. 45 minutes for one quarter. I know the tip-off was until about 8:10, but yeah, that was a long first quarter. Chris Lighty, thank you for stopping in. Spurs need to let go of Keldon, Doug, Devontae for DeJounte Murray, or Trae Young. I'd like to keep Keldon. The other two I'm fine with. I would like to see this lineup. Trae, Vassell, Sohan, Barlow, Wemby. I'd be up for him trying it, especially when Zach Collins comes back, because right now we're a little thin on the bench with tall guys, and apparently Sandro Mamushkel's in the doghouse. He's not getting any minutes anymore. Y'all here to sell the team chant against yes. Sell the team is rough, Fire Wave. The Pistons fans are letting their team have it, that's for sure. Reyes V, go Spurs, go to you. I want to see Wemby play Cavs. He's 5 minutes so far in the game. Spurs want a high-caliber point guard. They're going to need to add in Keldon Johnson. You're probably correct, Anthony Bustamante. Trae Young, I think, is 24-25. Vic Wembanyama, that's got to be Carlos. Carlos Sheeta, that's got to be you. Wemben Grandma in the house. That's got to be Carlos. Groovy CODM. I think Trae Young is better for Spurs than DeJounte Murray. He'll not miss those easy hula hoops. Wemby, you're probably right. It is going to be Hornets ball to start the second quarter. They are down 28-22. It's like the Spurs crowd's filling out just a little bit, but still pretty lean. But it's a Friday night. The Spurs are not very good this year. The Hornets are not very good. So you have two losing teams facing one another. Not going to be a big draw. That shot is no good. It is Spurs ball. Oh boy. What the hell was that? Who just threw that ball way out into the crowd? Who was that? Were they trying to throw it to Wemby and throw it 10 feet over his head? Who that? Oh my. That was a horrible turnover. I didn't see who did it. That was terrible. 4 for 3, no good. Nick Richards with the rebound. The putback is blocked by Wemby. No. Keldon with the ball right now. A little screen with Wemby. Out to Jones. Back to, Doug McDermott's in the game for the Spurs. Back to Jones. He'll get it to Wemby in the post. Wemby puts the moves on, throws it up, and misses the shot. Gonna get fouled. Probably going to the line for 2. Yeah, I was gonna say, Phil, I thought I saw that McDermott wasn't playing, but he's clearly in there. I'm confused. Wemby with a nice block on Richards. I mean, not that blocking shots is very hard for Victor. He's 7'4". Yes, when he does play, there is highlights. Although he hasn't had many opportunities to do much tonight. He's been on the bench most of the game. He's been on the bench more than he has been in the game. That's for sure. Wemby's first free throw, good. Good evening, Otis. Thank you for stopping in. And yes, the alien. There's been way too many fouls tonight. These refs are blowing the whistles ferociously and frequently, and I am not a fan of watching free throws or calling free throws all night. I'm good, Vic and Wemman Grandma. Miners case to be one of the coldest games in NFL history with a wind chill of -30. What? Ball with the ball, going to kick it out for 3. Thor's 3 is good. The mighty Thor calls down the thunder and hits the 3. I don't know. Spurs ball up by 5. Hopefully you're all having a good night. It is Friday, so TGIF. Spurs looking to maybe start a little bit of a winning streak. They got the Hornets tonight, winnable game. Got the Bulls tomorrow night, winnable game. Wemby with the ball in the paint. Turns the ball over. I think that's his 3rd turnover already. Fast break and a block by Kelvin. And ouchie. Hard foul. I think that was Brandon Miller just flew out of bounds. And I think Brandon Miller hit his head on the basketball apparatus. Kelvin with the block. Miller's flying in the air and hit his hand on the ground hard. His head bounced off the wood. And then he slid into the support. Okay, that was a hard shot. That wasn't a really hard foul, but Kelvin was trying to grab him as he was falling. Thor is the god of thunder. Miller seems to be okay, walking it off. If this was the NFL, he'd be getting checked for a concussion. I think they should check him. Make the young man sure he's safe. They're going to replay for a flagrant foul. The impact was hard, but the foul itself was not. It's because Miller was going up for a dunk. There was some contact, and he just flew out of bounds. And he's actually on the ground right now, holding his head. He's got to go in the locker room and get checked. Hello, good evening to you. I don't think it was a flagrant foul either, Phil. The landing was hard. The foul itself was not. And that's not me being a Spurs a homer. Ellen didn't hit him that hard, but because of the way he fell, it looked bad. We'll see what they call. I don't think it's a flagrant, but what the heck do I know? Exactly. I think it was more of an accident. I mean, he tried to catch him on the way down. And you can see Kelvin immediately reaching for him as he was going down. That's whatever they call it, wherever they will. And yes, Kelvin tried to help him, Zach. I mean, clearly that was not the intent. I don't think there anybody out there that would say Kelvin Johnson's known for being a dirty player. Is it a flagrant too? I haven't gotten the call yet. It's a breakout. So remember, if I haven't announced it yet on the channel, it probably hasn't happened yet. But if that's the case, I don't agree with the call. I mean, Kelvin was going for the block. He's swaying and wobbling while walking back. Yeah, he's probably done. I would think probably concussion. I mean, as he's going down, his head hit the wood and then it bounced off the wood. It looked bad. Referees are still discussing this, so maybe you are guessing a flagrant too. Hornets commentators believe it should be a common foul. I didn't see anything malicious there. He went up for the block. There was contact. Unfortunately, Brandon Miller fell because he was flying through the air. They're looking at it again. This is gonna be the longest game ever. Holy crap. 1 million fouls tonight. They're replaying this thing for forever. Larry Bird would have stayed in the game. I want to turn up the volume a little bit if and when we ever get the call. They're showing the play again. He's going for the block. There's nothing malicious about that. There's nothing flagrant about it. Just my 2 cents. That's not so much. Oh, gosh. Jeez, I'm sorry, Vic Lemon Grandma. Good luck with everything, my man. John Lewis, Brandon Miller, and they're replaying this foul. It's taking forever. Why is this taking so long? Flagrant foul. They just said something like the player being high, there's potential for an injury. He's going for a dunk and he's going for the block, you dumbass. What do you expect? That is stupid. Seriously, that's a flagrant? Look, I'm sorry Brandon Miller got hurt. If a player's going up for a dunk, flying through the air, and you're going up trying to block it, hello, they're going to be in the air. That makes zero. That is stupid. If this was the other way around, I'd also would say that's not a flagrant foul. If the situation's reversed, what are you supposed to do? You can't go for a block shot? Whoop, he's flying through there, going for a dunk. I'm just going to watch it. I mean, come on. I know, we're an hour in and we're barely into the second quarter. I think intent should play a role, Adrian. Clearly, the intent was not to knock him out of bounds on his head. We better not lose by a point. Right? Free throw's good. Ball hits it. You got one more free throw coming up. The longest game ever is what we're shooting for tonight. 30-27. I don't like the call. I mean, you guys know I don't like a lot of the ticky-tack fouls. If you're new here, I don't like a lot of the touch fouls we see in the NBA. They've been calling whistles on everything tonight, not letting the guys play any defense, and then that flagrant foul, I think that was a bad call. Ball for three, off the rim, no good. Wemby with the rebound. I mean, I feel like it felt like the NFL, like you tackle the quarterback and you get a penalty for falling on him too hard. I get the driving into the ground. Wemby, a little jump hook with the left hand, no good. And then he gets his own miss and puts it back with a little mini baby. Where is it? Where is it? Can't find it. Can't find it. Can't find it. There it is.
Under dunk of justice.
Down the other end, that's missed. Trey Jones with the rebound. Spurs are on the run. Drops it off to Brandon. Brandon going to launch a three. Okay. Malachi kind of feeling it tonight. 35-27. LaMelo Ball with the ball right now. No pun intended as usual. Nice little couple crossovers on Trey Jones. Gets by Trey Jones. Drops it off to Richards. Gets blocked by Wemby. Oh, he gets the ball back and dunks it. Damn it. Richards gets blocked, but immediately gets the ball right back and dunks it. I saw someone kicked out KJ. I know, Lance. A lot of people are saying I should have one of those. Wemby for three. That was quick. I looked at the chat real quick, came back. Wemby hit a three. Okay, 38-29. Ball for three. By the way, welcome back, LaMelo Ball. Don't know how long he was out, but welcome back. All right, Ken, I'm sorry. Malachi's had such a rough year as Trey Jones gets fouled by LaMelo Ball. Under the new rules, flagrant one are fouls that result in injury that happens by accident. What? By accident? I actually didn't know that, Zach. You guys see that? Under the new rules, a flagrant one is a foul that results in injury that happened by accident. Okay. Then fake an injury every time? You can do that, right? Fake an injury? There's technicals for flopping, not for faking injuries. Spurs ball. Wemby's going to drive in the paint, kicks it out to Trey Jones. Actually, may have lost the ball to Trey Jones more appropriately. 10 on the shot clock for the Spurs. Jones out to Sohan for 3. Okay. Corner 3 is good. Toby, he probably is going to drop 40 on us. I appreciate that, Zach. It is Hornets ball, and Jeremy, I think, may have just gotten a block of his own on Terry Rozier. It's Spurs ball. Wemby going to bring it up. They're going to go around the world, and they find an open Trey Jones for 3, and the usual results. It's a missed 3. Sorry, Trey. You're not a good 3-1 shooter. Hornets ball. Thank you all for hanging out here on a Friday night. Ish Smith going to start to drive in the paint. Pull-up jumper is a little short. Fight for the board. And it falls into the hands of Doug McDermott. McDermott running the break. Gets it to Wemby. Wemby in the paint. Loses the ball. Sohan will get the loose ball. Sohan in the paint. A little Rio step. Throws up the layup. Good. Jeremy actually having a pretty solid game so far. Will be good for me. Would be good for you for Lon to drop 4 in the Spurs still win. Serge, I mean, as long as we win, I don't care how many points the other team is getting. Don't care whatsoever. Phil, this has been a terribly officiated game. I can never tell by your actions if the 3's going. I'm sorry, son of Scar. Mars, good evening to you. If I wanted a free throw contest, I watched the All-Star Weekend. That's fair. All right, we're in a timeout. Good first half so far for the Spurs. They're up 43-32. Nice 11-point lead. Go Spurs, go to all of you. Cutest face ever. He loves his Spurs. Yes, he does. Look how happy he is the Spurs are winning. Look, he loves the scoreboard. So happy the Spurs are winning, baby coyote. You don't realize how small he is? Like up here, he looks kind of big. But when you get him like way back here, and now he's to scale, he's really tiny. Very tiny. You could start a whole channel of how bad NBA fishing is. I really could. Anthony, they're not the best at that. If Trey Jones can increase his 3-point percentage, he could be a starter on half the teams in the league. Yes. Yes, he could. Well, thank you, Otis. Rich, a friend of mine from high school just moved to Milford, Connecticut. No kidding, Phil. That's awesome. I'll give you the game.
Sucker!
Teams want roughing the passer to be automatically reviewed by New York? Dude, that would slow the games down to a crawl. Jeremy Sohan's much better at hitting threes this year than he was last year, Toby. I'm shocked at how much better he's gotten. He sits in your hand. Look at that. Baby Coyote having fun here. We're in a commercial break, so I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just being silly old TSR. Was kind of hoping Womb's minutes would be straight. Womb? You mean Wemby? Ah, okay, Phil. I am not Pedro. I have not watched the WWE in a long time. I tried covering on this channel briefly when the channel started in 2019, and I didn't know who anybody was, didn't know who anybody's finishing moves were, and it was awful trying to call it, so I called it quits fairly quickly. I used to love the WWE. I'm a UFC guy now and have been for... Really, last time I regularly watched the WWE was probably around 2005. Been a regular watcher of the UFC since 2010. Gosh, has it been that long? Hornets ball down by 11. Adrian, he's been doing it in the open court. Yes, Zach, the quality of basketball has gone down the last decade because of the high volume of three-point shots. Speaking of three-point shots, that was a miss, I believe, by Bridges. Hornets get the offensive rebound, 10 on the shot clock. That pull-up jumper is no good. Sohan with the rebound. Yes, he did. Tony did get a three-point shot very late in his career. 80% of Sohan's passes and Wemby are missed shots. This guy's a disgrace. He's not worth much. Wow, ego. I did see Wemby's efficiency with Sohan passing into it is quite bad. Sohan with the pass to Wemby. Wemby in the paint. Ah!
Thunder dunk of justice.
We're just saying about the Wemby missing when Sohan passes it to him. Wemby with a monstrous right-handed dunk. He's got 11 points and 8 boards right now. Texans or Browns? I have no idea, Houston. I haven't followed either team this year to really know who's better. Honestly, I have no idea. That 3-point shot is good by number 3, Terry Rozier. 10-point game. Why can't I change the score? Seriously, why can't I change the score? There we go. The sell right now for the Spurs, 15 on the shot clock. Almost throws it away. Wemby with the save. Victor with the ball right now, looking for a pick and roll. And we're going to have a foul because we just have fouls tonight in this game. Thunder dunk of justice for sure. Johnny, I'll probably do a video on it tomorrow. When Wemby dunks, man, he throws it down. He makes sure that thing is going down and staying down. If the Cowboys lose to the Packers, I will troll them, Zach. Yes. I've got to. It's expected. Wemby's going to sit. Probably the last time we see him this quarter. As a Giants fan, I mean, sure, you could play the at least we made it. But they've been kind of playing the at least we made it for 2.5 decades now. Vassell going to throw up a wild shot and another whistle. I think Devin's going to the line for 2. Yep, Wemby just got pulled out. Browns 100%. Flacco's on fire. Wemby 11 points in 10 minutes. Or maybe 11 minutes. It's your boy Rico. $1 million. Vassell at the line. First free throw is good. 11-point game. All right, we'll take a 46-35 lead so far. Wemby having a very good first half, but man, I wish this minutes restriction would be lifted unless they plan on playing him tomorrow night. Then I totally get it. Devin makes both, 47-35. Marauders, good evening to you. Thundorius Cheeklaptius. That is one I haven't heard before. It is Charlotte Ball. They are down by 12, 5:50 to go in the first half. Hornets going to go around the world. I don't know who number 8 is for the Hornets. No idea. That pull-up is no good with the shot clock expiring. The Hornets might be going deep on their bench with Brandon Miller. I'm guessing probably going to be out for the rest of the game. McDermott, quick pull-up 3. Good. The Spurs hit David Robinson's number. Number 50, baby. Smith is garbage. Wow. We will not lose the rest of the season. Go Cowboys. Jamie Bolt statement. And, I mean, if that happens, that means you win the Super Bowl. I would be shocked if it happened. You guys suck on the road, but you're very good at home. And if anybody knows sucking, it's a New York Giants fan. Vassell, difficult pull-up jumper off the rim. No good. A fight for the board. Going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Spurs. So we hit the 5-minute warning. I hope Wemby plays tomorrow, but like Mr. Savage, I would not bet on it. Adrian, not a fan of the Sohan, huh? Maybe in the limits, limited minutes to get Wemby peed, and he takes it on everyone on the opposing court. Well, that would be ideal. And I don't know who shot that 3, but we just got another bucket. We're up as Mick buckets for 3. Dougie hits a 3. My goodness, the Spurs are up by 18. In life, you got it. 18 in life, you know. Your crime is time, and it's 18 in life to go. We're going to have an and 1. Miles Bridges gets the bucket in the paint. And hey, look at that. More free throws because this is what we do here. Carlos, I think she's good. It's going to be a sad day when McDermott leaves. I'll tell you, Jorge, one of our loyal subscribers, Veronica, she's not in the chat tonight, but when Dougie leaves, I bet she's going to cry. No doubt. Free throw good. Back to a 15-point game, but a very good start for our Spurs so far. Keep it going. Dougie, the trade value skyrocketed. Nice. Dougie with the ball right now. Gets it over down Barlow. Barlow almost loses the ball. Back to Dougie. Dougie going to take the long 3. What the? Dougie! Is Mark Williams out there? Mark Williams is not on the court. I don't know who Mensah is. Is Mark Williams injured? He's not. He hasn't played tonight. I don't know who some of these guys are for the Hornets. They're going deep on their bench already. McDermott for another 3, no good. I'm going to say if he hits another one, jeez, 18-point game. It is Hornets ball. That pull-up 3 is good by Terry Rozier. And Pop's going to call a timeout. 56-41. Thank you, Sands family. Thank you for stopping in. Yo, you, thank you for stopping here. Mark Williams is injured. Thank you, Toby. I thought he might be out because I was like, I didn't see him in the... Like, ESPN didn't have him on the depth chart. I would agree with Caps 210. No, Dougie does deserve to win, be put on a chip contender. The Spurs are not a contender right now. If he can get traded to a team that could use his three-point specialist, specialty shooting off the bench, and they're a top 3 or 4 team in the NBA in their respective conference, then yes, I'd be happy for Dougie if he went there. Wemby will probably come in. If he does come back in, I would say around the 2.5 minute mark. When he comes back in the second quarter, the rare time he does, usually there's only 2 minutes left. Johnny, I don't know who these guys are. I don't. I'm sorry. I know Bridges. I know Rozier. Mensah, not so much. I know Smith. I didn't know Nick Smith Jr. was playing tonight. I don't know all their numbers. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean to the guys, but there's players playing that I haven't seen play in sometimes ever. I'll get it as the night goes on. I'll update my roster here a little bit. He was your second choice after Duran. Does that mean know how many points Wemby has? James, I think he had 11-ish. Goku, good evening to you. My bro finally got a TV in his garage, but he still went inside before halftime. What? Saul 77, what's going on? Zachariah, thank you for stopping in. Nick Smith Jr. sounds like a generated player name. Mr. Z, I mean, if you'll be happy moving to San Antonio, go for it. People have asked me to move to San Antonio. I got way too many things keeping me in Connecticut. The only thing that would get me to San Antonio was if somehow the San Antonio Spurs organization offered me a job as an announcer, i.e. like next to Sean Elliott when Bill eventually retires or passes on. Then I would probably move to San Antonio in a heartbeat. I'd be like, okay, see ya, Connecticut, I'm out. But otherwise, I'm not going anywhere. I guess a second triple-double is out of the question. Yeah, probably not, James. Probably not tonight. Sugar J Cherry, I did kind of catch that when I was out there. I felt like San Antonio might have been expensive, and you're confirming it is. I went to H-E-B, and some of the groceries there were ridiculously priced. No, I didn't see that, Zach. Veronica! Dougie's been on fire! Your Dougie boys hit a couple 3-pointers tonight. He's either got 6 points or 9 points and having a good first half. The Spurs are having a good first half. Oh, 77. That would be a dream come true to sit next to Sean calling games. I would literally be paid as a career to watch Spurs games. I mean, what's better than that? Vassell misses the little bucket at the rim, and Barlow puts it down and then steps on him. It is Hornets ball, and they're going to get an easy bucket in the paint by Miles Bridges. 58-43. Spurs are in the bonus. A little over 3 minutes to go in the first half. We mentioned Dougie and Summon of Veronica, right? Dougie for 3. I looked away for a second. Dougie with another 3. 18-point lead for the Spurs. Dougie with 12 points all in this quarter. 4 threes for Doug McDermott. Really increasing its trade value. It's Charlotte ball. Drive to the hoop, and that is no good by Ish Smith. He couldn't hit Ish on that one. Dougie with another 3. In and out. I was going to say, if he hits another one, we have a whistle, though. San Antonio Hotspur, what's going on? So, hypothetically, Miss TSR gets promoted to San Antonio. Are you joining her in the heart of Texas if she gets promoted? I don't think she would. I mean, if one of us moved to Texas, I just think we would be doing a very long-distance relationship. Yeah, that would have to be a long conversation if one of us moved to Texas. Sohan at the line for 2. First one's good. Hey, now, none of that trade business. I was waiting for that, Veronica. We need to trade him to the Timberwolves? No, don't trade. No. For Karl Anthony Towns. Doug McDermott for Karl Anthony Towns, straight up. Sorry, Veronica, I would do that. The second one-handed free throw was not good. But they're not trading Cat for Dougie. Sorry. Did it sun a scar? 20 minutes before I was in there in the fourth quarter. Yeah, for those just coming in, there's been a million fouls tonight. And the game has been at a crawl as Terry Rozier gets in the paint and hits the layup. Rozier's been hitting some shots tonight. Playing pretty well for Charlotte. Spurs ball. A little over 2 minutes to go. Dominic Barlow with the ball. Drives in the paint. Spins around. Turnaround. Little jumper is short. Ball with the rebound. He'll bring up the ball as we get to the 2-minute warning. Rozier with the ball again for the Hornets. He's feeling it right now. Rozier is going to get into the paint. Throws it into that dude, and that dude misses. I think that's Mensah. Gotta be. That was the biggest dude out there. I think that was Mensah. Barlow with the ball to Jeremy Sohan. Sohan in the paint. Sohan doing a couple pump fakes. Takes it out to Malachi Branham. And in the shot clock, minute and a half to go. Branham spins around the paint and forgot the ball. Nice move, but you need to keep the basketball going with you. And that's a turnover by the Hornets as Terry Rozier did the same thing. Devin Vassell the ball for San Antonio. 18 on the shot clock, plenty of time. 62-45, a minute and 15 to go in the first half. Right, Charlene? Devin way out on three-point land. Going to get it to Branham. Branham's going to start to take off. Runs his man over. No whistle. And then finally whistle in the paint. Stop clock. Stop. I think we have 2 more free throws coming up for the Spurs. Coca Shibo, good evening. Johnny, I see you too. That's very urgent. Dougie isn't going anywhere. I won't allow it. I'm putting my foot down. As long as you put your Jesus sandal down. Doug for Leonard Miller and a second-round pick from the Timberwolves. I don't want Cat, no thanks. Adrian, I doubt he's playing tomorrow. First free throw was good. 63-45. Dominic Barlow at the line for 2, by the way. Man, our guys don't know what it is. They're just playing better at least the last 3 games. They are. They played good against the Bucks, good against the Cavs, won against the Pistons, and on their way to winning against the Hornets tonight. Hoping to just jinx it. I don't know. I don't want to say it's too early. I don't want to say they've turned a corner, but having Trey Jones as a starter has definitely made a difference, and we're now foul in San Antonio. P-Mark, good evening to you. If only we could play the Pistons, Hornets, and Suns exclusively. That's fair, William. I agree 100% on that one. That's going to be a foul on the Hornets, an offensive foul. Spurs ball up 64-45. If Wemby misses tomorrow's game, that'll be his first home game missed. Shut the front door. Wow. Spank the like button, folks. Dougie appreciates it. Nice, Veronica. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We have a wonderful San Antonio Spurs community. Would love to have you join part of the channel. Either talk about the games during the live streams or on the uploaded videos. Get your thoughts and opinions on trade rumors or, potential draft picks. Any type of Spurs news. Would love to have you there. If you're a New York Giants fan or Yankees fan by chance, there aren't too many of them here, but if you are, make sure you sub up there. Or if you're a metal person, I am almost done with my cover of Killing in the Name of. The vocals are 80% done. Going to hopefully finish them tomorrow morning. As balls and runners, no good in the paint. Spurs have a chance to go up by 20. Very excited now with Wemby in the name of. Really liking how it's coming out, but I want to make sure it's perfect before I put it up on the channel. So I might fine-tune some of the editing in the music studio. Branham with the ball. I'm going to throw it out to an open Sohan. Sohan's going to start to drive. Pull-up jumper is going to bounce off the rim, roll around, and roll in. Ball with the ball, drives. The runner is in and out. The Spurs are going to take a 21-point lead into the second half. Wemby missed all 4 games on the road. I had no idea. That was a long first half. It's 9-18. Wow. That was a ridiculously long first half. Way too many free throws. I'm curious how many free throws were taken. The Spurs are looking a lot better. Pops up Belichick to get the boot and decide he better start doing some winning. There you go, William. Good to see the Spurs winning. 2 competitive games in a row against playoff teams, and then a win against the Pistons, and now looking good against Charlotte. Now, Charlotte's not that good, granted, but neither are we. This might be a second win in a row. Salas, I think so too. If Wemby plays about 20 minutes tonight, and the way the game is going, he might only have to play the third quarter. He very well should play it tomorrow night. Mastro Investigate, good evening to you. 50 wins for the Spurs? I don't think we can win 50. We've lost 30 games. So you tell me we can only lose 2 games for the rest of the year? I love the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm optimistic. I don't think we're going on that kind of run. But some wins here and there to continue to build a team, build team morale. I like what I'm seeing so far. Hopefully that continues. Let's pull up the stats and see how our guys are doing so far. By the way, I will be live tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for the Bulls game. I believe Mr. TSR will be joining me for that. So the crowd will all be here, and that should be a fun one against old teammate DeMar DeRozan. That's a very winnable game as well. We play the Hawks Monday on Martin Luther King Day. That's an early game at 3:30. Be live for that. But it'll be an early one. We got the Celtics Wednesday. Forget that. We're not beating the Celtics. But then we got the Hornets and the Wizards. The Spurs, in theory, if you look at this scene, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game stretch, starting with Detroit and ending with Washington, they could easily win. They could have an over 500 record in that stretch. They could go 4-3, maybe even 5-2. And then the schedule's going to start to get tougher again as we play Philly and then OKC. Okay, did you guys see what OKC did to Portland? Oh my gosh! What was the final score on that? It was ugly. I'm gonna put the stats here in a moment, but OKC annihilated Portland 139-77 last night. They beat them by 62. I don't even know what to say to that. 139-77. To all those people that want to say Chet Holmgren should get Rookie of the Year over Wemby, I'm looking at the leading scorers for the Thunder throughout the season, and almost every single game, it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander dropping 20, 30, 40. I see Holmgren leading the team in points twice in 37 games. How many times has Wemby been our leading scorer? Come on, man. Holmgren's having a good year, but a lot of it, that's because he's got an all-star with him, taking the pressure off of him. Not all eyes are on him. Wemby gets the ball, and the whole defense is like, whoa, there he's got the ball. Get him! Anyway, let me finally pull up the stats as promised. For the Hornets, Miller with 1. He's got 1 damn point. 1 point. And he's probably not coming back in the game. He's 0 for 5 from the field. Really smashed his head hard on the floor in a collision with Keldon Johnson on a dunk attempt. Keldon called for a flagrant on that. I don't think we're going to see Miller again. Bridges having a rough night so far. 2 of 7 from the field, 7 points. Does have 7 rebounds. Richards with 8 and 7. Ball with 16. Rozier with 10 off the bench for the Hornets. Oh my gosh. Check this out. Black, Mensah, Smith, McGowan's. Smith again. Ish Smith and the Nick Smith Jr. all with 0. And then Thor's the only one that scored for the Hornets off the bench with 3 points. They're 1 of 5. Or he's 1 of 5. The bench itself is 1 of 8, 1 of 12. 1 for 14 is the Hornets bench tonight. The Hornets have taken 13 free throws. We have taken 22. There's been 24 fouls in the game already. Let's take a look at our San Antonio Spurs. Champagnie with 3 points, but all from free throws. He's 0 for 1 from the field and is rocking donuts across the board. No rebounds, no assists, no steals, no blocks, no turnovers, no fouls, and nothing. He played a whole 6 minutes. I don't know why we're still starting him or whatever. Jeremy Sohan being efficient tonight with 8 points. Victor Wembanyama with 11 points and 8 rebounds in only 11 minutes plus 2 block shots. He does have the 3 turnovers. That's 1 blemish. Trey Jones with 4 points. Devin Vassell with 10. Off the bench, Barlow with 5. Dougie having a huge second quarter with 12 points. Osman with 3. Keldon having a quiet night. Over 2 from the field. He's only got 2 points. Malachi Branham actually having a good efficient showing off the bench. 3 of 5 from the field. 2 of 2 from 3-point land. 8 points for Malachi, and Blake Wesley showed up for 3 minutes and got 2 fouls. That's it. Blake Wesley 3 minutes, 2 fouls. Spurs outscored the Hornets 28-22 in the first, 38-23 in the second, and up by 21. The dreaded third quarter is on the way. I think we're going to be okay, though, barring a miracle. I mean, the Hornets aren't, as far as I know, that kind of comeback team. Trae Young, Bruce, we'll talk about it tomorrow. There's not. I could just be clutch points, throwing something out there. I'm very careful on what rumors I cover these days. If I just see one website reporting it, I'm not covering it. I wasn't going to cover the DeJounte Murray trade talk, but then I saw like a whole, Pounding the Rock covered it, Sports Illustrated, a whole bunch of respected websites that I go to, and I was like, well, they're all covering it, so I think I can finally talk about it. But if I just see one website talking about a trade rumor, then it's probably bogus. So we'll see tomorrow morning. I feel like City Sissoko will be traded in the next month. I don't know. I don't see why we would. Carlos, what did I do? The hype squad is horrible. We need to bring back the Silver Dancers. I agree. No, we're third quarter. Third quarter lately has been good, Kokoshibo. That's why I'm not as much worried anymore. The Giants red jerseys? Man, that's right. When do we stop wearing those? I don't know if I have the Silver Dancers on here. I used to have the Silver Dancers on the other computer. I don't know if they're still here. I don't think they are. I really doubt. I'm going to find a picture of the Silver Dancers. Spurs pictures. Nope. And when this channel first started, I used to green screen myself in the games. Or there was a green screen up, and I would actually be sitting in front of the Silver Dancers. We still have the scoreboard, the co-host, whatever. But I would have the Silver Dancers behind me. Not anymore. Yeah, I don't have anything with the Silver Dancers. I didn't think I would. Oh well, I tried. Tried so hard to find the dancers, but they're not in any folder or something. I don't know. Was it 2,000 for the red jersey, Zach? Was it that long? I want to win versus the Bulls. Don't want to go 0-3 versus the Bulls this season. Amen to that. If this is the Spurs' potential, I take back what I said about Pop. Ditto. Even respected websites look for sensational headlines. Sad, but it's well, that's true. But Saul 77, if it's not just... So here's the thing with trade rumors. Chuck over at NBATradeTalk.com, I don't know if it's a real website, just making it up, says the Spurs should trade so-and-so and so-and-so for Trae Young. And he's the only one that covers it. Nobody else is covering it. That's just, a hypothetical trade situation, which I see those a lot. I think NBA Analysis Network does a lot of those. Not criticizing, but if somebody's just saying, hey, I think this trade would work, that's not a trade rumor. That's just an NBA analysis or a fan or somewhere in between saying, hey, I think the team should try this trade. But that a trade rumor, that does not make it. So that's stuff I try to stay away from. Miss TSR ain't cool with your folder of dancers, so she deleted it. Nice one, Llama. Brandon Marshall, you going back. Trae Young wanted to play with the Spurs makes me I don't see it happening unless the Hawks are going to want some of their first round picks back, because if they're trading Trae Young and looking at moving DeJounte Murray, then they are looking at a full rebuild, and we have 2 of their first round picks not lottery protected. That's 25 and 27, and then 26 is a pick swap. So if we're a playoff team and they suck and get like the 2nd overall pick, and we have the 28th overall pick, whoops, do the spin-a-rooney, switch-a-rooney on them. Why are NFL GMs shown more than NBA? Atlanta won't trade Trae. Caps, that's what I'm kind of feeling. And if they were to trade him to us, they're going to want all 3 of those picks back and then some. And I would not give up all that. No way. I'll put Q3 up so I'm ready for it for when we get here. Man, I can't believe we're up by 21. Only give up 1 first and maybe 3 seconds. Adrian? Hey, yo, Adrian. Maybe I'd give that up, maybe I wouldn't. But let me tell you, 1 first and 3 seconds. We got 1 million second round picks. Maybe I would do that. I feel so lonely. I have nobody of my own. I don't know. Spurs have the 4th worst point differential in the NBA. We're not the worst anymore? We are getting better. Well then. Well. What an unexpected turn of events. What is this Honor King thing? What the hell is this? Is the NBA doing a special thing for LeBron James? Never mind. Martin Luther King. Never mind. That's better. Honor Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King coming up. They showed LeBron James, and it said Honor King, so I thought, is this LeBron having like his own special thing because he calls himself the King? I was like, seriously? LeBron's got his own Honor King shirt? Nope. That's not what it is. Bad TSR. Bad TSR. I don't think Kate Cunningham's going anywhere. Boy, did I screw that up. I saw LeBron, and then I see an Honor King shirt. What am I supposed to do? Beantown. Oh, breakdown. How's that for an intro? Hopefully you're doing good, Bobby. Hopefully you're doing well. Are you excited for the NFL playoffs this weekend? I know your team's not in it, which is an anomaly, and you're not used to that. I'm used to that as a Giants fan. I'm excited. I probably won't watch really any full games, but I certainly be keeping an eye on the end of the Eagles game and the Cowboys game, because as a New York Giants fan, if one of or both those teams lose, I certainly need to do a reaction and troll away. Even though my team sucks, you still got to talk a little smack when the other team loses, and especially with all the Cowboys subscribers on this channel. I got to talk some smack if the Cowboys lose. South 77, let me just say this. One, she's not going to want to watch Rawhead Rex. I've seen that movie. I don't want to watch it again. That movie is terrible. It is so bad. Edgar, good evening to you, and go Spurs, go. So would you like to see, Adrian, a Lions-Browns Super Bowl? First blunder of 2024, the King incident. I did a video on that, Anthony. The Spurs looking for DeJounte Murray in trade? Yeah. WWE's tonight? Do you mean SmackDown? Right? Friday night SmackDown? It used to be... SmackDown's been on Fridays for a while, right? It used to be on Thursday nights. When I watched it, it was Thursday night SmackDown, but it switched to Friday at some point. Browns versus Cowboys or Niners Super Bowl. The Niners Ravens seems like it could be a very good chance of happening. What's going on, Prudence? Spurs people in the house, but if there are any Hornets fans, if there are any still in existence, thank you for stopping in. Let me put the Go Spurs going in while I'm putting some drop to my eye. There's going to be Cowboys fans this weekend. I hope you can see the tear as action I drop it. It was Tuesday and then Thursday and back to Friday. Ravens and Cowboys. Yes, nights I have dunked a basketball. I don't know if I still can, if I'm being honest. I didn't dunk a basketball until I was the age of 37. I worked at Geico at the time. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm 6'4", and I've never dunked a basketball. I want to do this. I want to know what it feels like. So I started off dunking a tennis ball. I could grab rim, but I couldn't get over the rim. So I started dunking a tennis ball, and then I worked my way up to a soccer ball, and then a basketball. And I could dunk up until, I don't know for sure last year because my rim's a little bent probably from dunking on it. So it's not quite 10 feet. My buddy's rim's regulation at 10 feet, and I dunked on that the year before. Considering my age, though, I'm 46. To be able to dunk in my mid-40s, I thought was pretty cool. I don't know if I can still do it. I am back to working out 2 times a day. So if I get back in basketball shape, maybe I'll be able to dunk this year. And if I can, I will certainly put a video up of that on the channel. I mean, for me to dunk if I wait till my birthday to dunk at 47, I think that'd be pretty cool. Joe, I hope it's an easy win. Game's not over yet. I don't trust the Chiefs to go back to. I do not think I don't think we're going to see a rematch of the Chiefs and Eagles. The Eagles are falling apart, and the Chiefs aren't the same either. Could I, Carlos? Could I? Jive the Spurs fan, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for everybody stopping in tonight. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, especially if you're a Spurs fan. We're up by 21. Smash that thumbs up like it owes you money. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Hurricane Megan, good evening. The Spurs are playing well. Speaking of hurricanes, I had a horrible dream this morning. It was like an earthquake. There might have been a hurricane too. There was a whole multitude of natural disasters happening, and I was trapped in a building, and the building was collapsing. I don't know if I died in the dream, but things were not going well. Put me as point guard? I would get beaten off the dribble more than a 13-year-old beats him. I'm just going to stop there. You know what? Hornets ball down by 21. And we're going to have an offensive foul on the Hornets. Jalen Hurts with a finger injury. Does he have an injury? The Eagles got a lot of injuries in the last game against the Giants. I think the Eagles are done. I think they're cooked. Totally cooked. Totally falling apart at the end of the year. 6 of their last games, in the last 6 games, I can't talk. They went 1-5. They're a disaster. Wemby with the ball, going to launch a 3. That's good.
And the San Antonio Spurs just 69. The Charlotte Hornets are up by 24. Wemby with 14 points. Hasn't even played that many minutes. Maybe I'll just call the rest of the game like this as Miles Bridges gets into the paint and gets a layup. It's a good night here. TSR Sports. It's a Friday night. That's a huge alley-oop under dunk of justice from Trey Jones. Victor Wembanyama.
Under dunk of justice.
That's a missed shot for Charlotte. I don't know who shot that. Quite frankly, I don't care. It suck. Just saying. Spurs ball, another alley-oop. Oh my God, another alley-oop to Wemby and another dunk.
Under dunk of justice.
You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Wemby's on fire. A 3 and then back-to-back thunder dunk of alley-oop justices. We'll now have a foul Wemby down the other end. Wow. We don't get enough Leslie Nielsen jokes on here. If I was a Giants fan, I would hate the Eagles more than Dallas. Adrian, I hate them equally. I probably hate Washington the least just because they're a joke. They've changed their name twice in the last few years. I mean, really? They were the Redskins for forever. They were the Washington football team for 2 years, which was a terrible 2 free throws for the Hornets. A terrible name. And then the Washington Commanders sucks even more. I heard Washington's getting sued to bring the old name back. I hope they do. I prefer that. I mean, controversial take. I like the original name, but it is what it is. Either way, they can just be the Washington suck it team. I mean, I don't care what they're called. They're Washington. I don't like them. Wemby with the ball, driving the paint. Oh my God! Wemby drives in the paint and just boom! Wow!
Under dunk of justice.
Wow, he is just destroying the Hornets by himself. 2 big steps in the paint. Get out of the way. Jumps up and a little chest bump with Demisel. Machine 78, it's feeling pretty good. Spurs are up by 27. Damn, Wemby just going off right now. All right, Victor, we see you from here. So disrespectful. Take him out. Wemby really heating up big time at the start of the third quarter. Wemmy's up to, he's got 20 points now. He's got 20 points and he's played 13 minutes. 20 points, 8 boards in 13 minutes. Think about that. In a full game, that is 60 points. Come on, mouse, move. Like, go. All right, there we go. Man, Victor is just absolutely killing it tonight. All right. Thunder dunk of justice button gonna break. TDOJ, nice. Is Coyote on the court? I got a commercial right now, Carlos. I got baby Coyote right here. This is how we're supposed to be played. All yes, James, it is. Wemby has all the energy with less minutes. Max Roach, what do I think about the Washington Red Wolves? Do you mean for the Washington teammate? Look, if they wanted to, all they do is change their logo. They should have changed it to a potato. They would have been okay. Yes, 3 back-to-back dunks, Kokoshibo. And yes, Phil, he's only going to get better. What people forget with Victor Wembanyama, the few people that still talk some trash on the kid, he's 20 years old, just turned 20. He's doing incredible things right now, and he's in his first year of the NBA. The team around him has not gotten better yet. When the Spurs are playing Spursy basketball, when they're, all locked, cocked, ready, locked, cocked, and loaded, ready to go, just imagine, he should easily average 25 points per game. The Spurs record for points per game is, actually, I think George Gervin probably has it. I know David averaged 29.8, but I'm pretty sure George averaged over 30 a season. Wemby could challenge that, especially in today's NBA where there's very little defense. I could see Wemby averaging over 30 points per game if he stays healthy, which the way that kid takes care of his body, I think he's going to be okay. Side note, I think Wemby will have the most reverse dunks when it's all said and done, right? I think Sohan was looking to get a pass from Wemby on that. Wemby said nope. And he has 2 blocks, by the way. His 17th 20-point game this season. 1 assist. He doesn't need to get all the assists tonight, Adrian. He's just a score machine. The rookie there should go to him. I'm not opposed to the Washington Red Wolves. The problem, Max, I think with the name they have now, it's too much. They have a 3-syllable first name and then a 3-syllable second name. It just sounds like too much. Washington Commanders. It's just 1 syllable too long. Wemby with the ball again. Wemby's been on fire. Drops it off to Devin Vassell. Vassell going to start to drive. Get to Sohan. Sohan lose the ball. Wemby gets it back. Wemby with the layup and good. You can't stop him. You can only hope they contain him. He's got 22 points now. Spurs are up by 29. It is Hornets ball. And we're going to have a 3-point shot. No good. Damasceno with the rebound. That was Terry Rozier for 3. Wembanyama could break his own points record. Wemby had 36 in a game, I think. What was his season high against Phoenix? Sohan for 3. Nope. Ball with the rebound, and the Hornets on the run. Ball's going to launch a 3. No good. Sohan with the rebound. Jeremy will throw it up the court to Trey Jones. Jones with the ball over to Champagnie. Champagnie for 3. He's terrible. Wemby gets the rebound. Wemby gets blocked in the paint. We're going to have a foul. Julian cannot hit a shot. If Wemby's played 40 minutes, he could score 100. Maybe. Groovy, thank you for stopping in. Van said hi already. It is 38. Okay. I know you have a lot of people tonight, but just want to stop by, hit a like, and telling you it's... Oh, happy birthday, Andrew. Happy birthday to you, man. Leo's coming around, Carlos. He didn't hate us, but he was critical of the Spurs. But I think he sees in the last few games, as I do, I've been critical at times too, as I should be as a content creator. Competitive against the Bucks, competitive against the Cavs, beat the Pistons, which that's no big thing, and then absolutely annihilating the Hornets tonight. Wemby probably not going to play in the fourth quarter as he should, which means he should play tomorrow night. He's going to play under 20 minutes tonight. No reason that kid should not play tomorrow night. Spurs up by 31. I would cut Champagnie. He's on a friendly contract. Would not cut him. I think he should be on the bench. He should not be starting. Just my 2 cents. Actually, I already did a video on it. Rozier for 3. Good. Terry Rozier is one of the only few people actually playing well for Charlotte tonight. I agree, Caps 210. I don't like Julian Champagnie in the starting lineup. Vassell flies into the paint. Layup good. Pistons are winning by 5 versus the Houston. You mean the Rockets? Militano, good evening to you. 81-51 Spurs up by 30. This 3-point attempt is good by Bryce McGowan's getting his first minutes in the night, I think. Or he just hasn't done anything. Exactly, Jorge. Champagnie's on a very friendly contract. Sohan with the ball in the paint. Little jumper is good. Spurs are going to have 100 before this quarter's over, no doubt. And Glaze and Bacon, I'm glad you're doing better. Yes, Ken, we are going to get a back-to-back win. We are. Leonardo, good evening to you. Seems like everybody's kind of pumped up tonight here on a Friday night, seeing the Spurs play extremely well. Have we had a big blowout win like this at all this year? That 3-point attempt's no good. Sohan with the rebound. Jeremy will bring it up the court. Getting it over to Vassell. Vassell around the world to Champagny. Champagny, he hit a freaking three. Julian Champagny hit a three. Finally. Ball into the paint, gets a shot block. We're going to have a whistle before the block by Wemby. This is our first game where we gave the ball. Okay. J Free TV, thank you for stopping in. 32-point lead. This is weird. Malachi has not been very good this year, Adrian. He has struggled a lot. And Carlos, I like Julian. I don't like the way he's been playing. And I don't think he should be starting. But I want him to succeed. I've said this before. I'll say it again if anybody's new. And if you are new, make sure you're hitting the thumbs up and subscribing. We have a wonderful Spurs community, wonderful sports community. Have a lot of fun here. We do live streams for every Spurs game, just about. I think we're going to miss one more game this year, so we'll probably call 79 Spurs games in the regular season. We didn't miss a pre-league or preseason game or summer league game, so when it's all said and done, we'll have done 90 games this season, over 90. So very proud of that. I also do a lot of videos throughout the week, and also some random NBA videos and shorts. Have a lot of fun here. We're glad to have you join the community. I love this game too, and it does feel weird being up this much in the third. LaMelo Ball at the line for 2 first free throws, good. Philly's not going to play the fourth quarter, which means he should play tomorrow night. Michael, Blake Wesley has improved. He has. He struggles when he's sitting, and we might not see him again tonight. And the Spurs are up by 31. Make that boing, 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 30. 86-56, and we have 7:11 to go. Yeah, I really don't think Wemby's playing again. They don't need him to. Trey Jones' pull-up jumper is no good. If we take a look at Wemby's stats from the... Well, he's not on the scoreboard anymore, so I can't look. Ball with the turnover. Trey Jones brings it up. Vassell sprinting up the court. Said he gets it to Champagny. Champagny for 3. Nope. He sucks. And we'll have a foul on the loose ball. Joshua Primo's getting married? All right. Good for him, I guess. The second of a 10-game win streak. You think so? Jones has helped since he started. Toby, we've been talking about it all year on this channel. Why isn't Pop starting a point guard? Why isn't Pop starting a point guard? Pop starts a point guard, the team's playing better. They're not a playoff team, of course, but they're playing a hell of a lot better. Wemby, 24-9. And Greg, how many minutes did he play? 16? Fashion Flexing, good evening. Did he get 24 points in only 16 minutes? Wow. There's an alley-oop and an easy dunk for Nick Richards. The Hornets have cut the lead to 28. Now, I think a lot of our starters might be done for the night. Save them for tomorrow. Jones out to Vassell. Vassell for 3. Nope. Leonardo, I'll probably do a video on it tomorrow. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double. I don't think they're gonna bring him back in. Jared, welcome back. The Spurs are winning, and they're up by almost 30. Keldon out in three-point land. He's going to toss it on over to Dominic Barlow. Barlow drives in the paint. The one-handed runner is a little short. And it's going to be Hornets ball. Under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. We're going to see a ton of Barlow. We should see some Mammuts, too. Why not? Sandro Mamukelishvili, where are you at? Spurs got a small lineup in there right now. And we're going to have a foul on Chetty Osman, I believe. Pat, I can't see how Wemby doesn't play tomorrow. He's played so few minutes tonight. Why not play him? Barlow is not built like an NBA player. You think he's small? DeJounte Murray had 29 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, 4 rebounds in the game versus the Pacers. Not bad. Michael, Wemby he twisted his ankle about 2 weeks ago, and he's been on a long minutes restriction. Crazy. That was crazy once. Don't say 16 minutes. Say the exact time at 15:33 minutes. So you played 15 minutes and 33 seconds. Wow. I didn't know the exact time, crazy, but thank you for pointing it out. So under 16 minutes, and Wemby had a hell of a game. I mean, he had 3 dunks in a row. He had a 3-pointer and then 3 dunks in a row at one point. And a couple more hard dunks. Kelvin's going to launch a quick 3. All right, there you go, Kelvin. Jonathan, I'd like to see Wemby in the All-Star game too. It's not looking good at all. 89-60. Still hoping the Spurs get to 100 before the quarter's over. And now a steal by Devin Vassell. He'll bring up the court for the Spurs. 5 minutes remaining. Gets the Malachi. Malachi pull-up jumper. Boing, boing, no good. The boing, boing is the ball bouncing off the rim, by the way. You probably figured that out. Champagny has been awful glazing baking. Bridges misses. The putback by Richards is good. Down to 27 points. Spurs ball. We can get to 100 or not here. Come on. Kellen thinks about a 3, pulls it down. Going to start to drive, gets into the paint. Spins around. Little jump hook, good. Or jump push hook, whatever you want to call it. 91-62. It is McGowan's with the ball. We'll kick it out for 3. That 3 is no good by Bridges. Spurs ball. And Osman loses the ball. An alley-oop, and the alley-oop is broken up. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Hornets ball, 91-62. Spurs up by 29. Champagne's twin brother in the G League just dropped 24-13 on our G League team. That was Justin Champagne, is it not? I remember Luka Samanic. He sucked. He's on the Jazz. And the NBA won't allow a rookie in the All-Star. And LeBron wasn't an All-Star? He wasn't? That's a miss. It's Spurs ball. I didn't see who shot that for the Hornets, but it did not go in. I can tell you that much. Johnson just going to launch a 3. In and out burger. Luka the Sandwich. Yes, he is with Utah. He played well with them last year. He sucks again this year. I looked him up the other night. He's been terrible. Nice drive and layup. Who was that? Rozier with the layup. And Rozier's been playing very well tonight. One of the very few Hornets that's come to play tonight. Timmy was a rookie all-star. Was David? David was a rookie all-star, wasn't he? Was Robinson? Robinson had to be an all-star his rookie year. He was rookie of the year, had a monster season, had a lot of hype coming into the NBA. David had to have been an all-star. And let me double check that. I'm going to say David was an all-star. He was. David was an all-star the first 7 years of his career until the injury. So yes, David Robinson was an all-star his rookie year as well. We have a pretty good crowd tonight. Looks like you guys are pretty excited. The Spurs are winning. Not only winning by a little, winning by a lot. Playing really well. We're getting close to 150 thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up already, would greatly appreciate it. It's the best way to help a channel. The only thing we ask for here on TSR Sports looks like this. If you're not sure, Pop will remind you to. Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go! Sure to like and subscribe. Not for me, for Baby Coyote. He needs your support. This whole game has felt long, Jorge. There's been a lot of fouls. Keith, good evening to you. The Spurs have outscored the Hornets 25-19 in this quarter. The Spurs have outscored the Hornets in every quarter of the game so far. And Wemby's had a monster game in only 15 and a half minutes. I believe he has 24 and 9. Yes, he was one. He was the man. Still is the man. So Collins is out of the lineup, and the Spurs are now competitive and are on a winning streak. Coincidence? I'm going to say no to that, Albert. The coincidence is Trey Jones starting. That is the coincidence. With him starting, competitive against the Bucks, competitive against the Cavs, beat the Pistons, crushing the Hornets. I'm not the biggest Trey Jones supporter in the world. I'm very clear on that. I like him, but I think he's a backup point guard, not a starting point guard. That being said, Trey Jones, infinitely better running our offense than Jeremy Sohan or Malachi Branham. The team is playing much better now, and Zach Collins being out, I don't think necessarily is the big bonus. It's Wemby being at center has paid off much better than I think any of us thought it would at this point, this early in his career. He has been fantastic at the 5, and I think he's going to stay there now. There you go, Lance just said it, Wemby at the 5. Let's get a go, Spurs go up. I wouldn't mind Patty come back on the team. We have a roster spot. We got the injury exception earlier today for... what's his name? Charles Bassey. So we actually have an open roster spot. He does have 24. One thumbs up for no Kawhi laughing at me. Hi, Loris. I will show you the game. Right here, right back at you.
Sucker!
Oh, he said F you for showing that. You know, it says live play-by-play reaction. It's my fault your dumbass doesn't know how to read. So, open a book, learn how to read, and then maybe you won't go into streams that are clearly saying play-by-play reaction, because there's like hundreds of us on YouTube doing these. Or stop being a cheap bastard and pay for the NBA Pass. That's right, I'm trolling the troll. Sometimes you gotta fire back and have a little fun. Who's out for an automatic 2-week? What? Did Dougie get hurt? Oh, Dougie just fell down and hurt his ankle. Oh. Dougie just twisted his ankle. And down goes the trade value. I don't know. Yeah, I have been watching some roasts, the Comedy Central roasts, so maybe that's been coming at me tonight. Dougie landed really bad on that ankle. And we're going to have a review probably for a flagrant. F the shut up. You can't even speak. Can you put a sentence together? F the shut up and show the game. F the shut up. It's shut the F up, you dumb idiot. You can't even troll right. If you're going to troll, put the sentence together. Look at this dumb. I want to let him keep trolling because he's showing he's got to be like 8 years old. So, you know what? I'm going to stop picking on you. You're probably like 8. You know, you're in your bedroom. You're being a little keyboard warrior. So it's all good, man. I'm not going to pick on you anymore. Well, if Veronica's not here, but my condolences to Veronica. I think Dougie's okay. Fast and flexing. He's not foreign. He's just stupid. There's a difference. Dougie at the line for a couple free throws. First one's good. Kokoshiba, sometimes you just gotta, gotta fire back a little bit. But it's okay, because you know what? Trolls help the channel too. And they are appreciated. So to all of you saying F you TSR, muchas gracias. Dougie hurt his ankle, Carlos. Wait, Wemby's back. Wemby's back in? What? He's trying to get that rebound for a double-double. He just wants the attention his family didn't give him, apparently. Wemby's coming back in. Let's get that double-double, my friends. And unfortunately, Don McDermott's going to limp his way to the locker room. Dougie. It is great to see Wemby back. He's not playing in the fourth, no doubt. No chance. Spurs are up by 29. Barring a huge run by the Hornets, Wemby will just play the last 3.5 minutes here. Speaking of which, Wemby with the ball gets it. Chetty Osman. Osman out to Kelvin. Kelvin going to launch a 3. No good. Time traveling. I'm proud of these guys too. They look great tonight. This team, they may have turned a corner. They seriously have looked much better the last few games. More than the last few games. They've been competitive a lot more recently. That's a terrible 3. I didn't see who shot that. Bridges with the 3. That is good. Leads down to 26. Calvin, good evening to you. The talent is growing. And now another whistle and an offensive foul on the Spurs. All right, let's not start laying the Hornets back in this. Jaden, good evening to you. I heard we're trying to pick up Trey to help Wemby and Trey. Yeah, Trey Young's name's floating around there. Blake, I don't like Blake Leslie's highlighter shoes. Armand, I hope Dougie's okay too. If you're just coming in, Dunn McDermott twisted his ankle, limped his way to the locker room. He's done for the night. Wouldn't be shocked if he's out for a couple weeks. And I'm not trying to be negative, just calling it like I see it. Ankle injuries like that, you got to be very careful. Soft tissue injuries take a while to heal. Wemby with its 10th rebound. There's a double-double. And now a turnover by the Spurs. Jeez. And ball gets blocked, I think, by Wesley on the 3-point attempt. Gonna knock that out of bounds, and is that Spurs ball? That's Spurs ball. Firefox, I mean, some people think they're tanking already this year. Wemby should be off the minutes restriction now, Jaden. I'm shocked he is still on it. Wemby with the ball, going to drive the paint. The layup, good. Wemby is just having his way with the Hornets in the third quarter. He had 11 points going into the quarter. He has how many now? 26. Wemby's got 15 points this quarter. 15. And Ball hits the jumper, and the Hornets just 69, the San Antonio Spurs. Only need 9 more assists before it gets taken out next to 9 more assists for a triple-double. Osman for 3 from the corner, good. Spurs a bucket away from 100. 98-69. Ball in the paint. And he's going to get fouled. And go to the line for 2. I would not be shocked if Wemby's taken back out of the game. He might play the rest of the third quarter. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of calling him an alien or extraterrestrial, though. I don't know. That's not me. Wemby should be the point guard. It's fighting Hurricane Megan. I did a video on that yesterday, calling him point Wemby. Not actually going to happen, but he certainly could run the offense if needed. Rockets beat the Pistons by 2. I think Veronica's in the locker room with Dougie right now, helping him heal. You're probably right. I'm sure she's rubbing his ankle. I'd be chanting MVP for Wemby. He's not going to get the... And we know there's no chance he gets the MVP. But I don't think he's too many years away from being in MVP talk. If he keeps playing like he is and developing, you can't spell victory without Victor, Joe. Victor gets it to Osman. Osman to kick it out to Brandon for 3. No good. And another whistle. Is this an offensive foul on the Spurs? Apparently it is. Veronica is rubbing his Dougie. Wow. Blazers are losing by 36. Wow, what is with them? They suck. The Blazers just lost by like 800, didn't they? To the Thunder. It was at 62 they lost by, and now they're down that much. And there's a steal. Kelvin Johnson on the fast break. Layup is no good. Osmo with a foul-up, it is good. A little bit of contact, no whistle for Kelvin. Spurs got to 100. I think Baby Coyote's happy. Turnover from the Hornets. Spurs ball. Osman gets it to Wemby. Gets it to Blake. Overthrew Wemby on the lob. Osman with the ball again. They're trying to alley-oop it to Wemby, and it's way off target. We'll get to Malachi for 3. Nope. Malachi's gone cold in the second half. We gave the Blazers our suck. No Dames. Yeah, Jared, they're missing everybody. That's a miss for the Hornets. Spurs ball, and there's about 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Blake Wesley way out on three-point land. Still way out on three-point land. 4 on the shot clock. Wesley just drops it out to Kelvin. Kelvin with a corner 3 off balance, falling out of bounds. Alrighty. 1 second to go in the third quarter. Nice shot by Kellen. Oh, they are having fun. That was a great shot by Kellen. And a turnover by the... Well, that's not going. Turnover by the Hornets. Kellen with the half-court 3. No good. The Spurs are up by 32. The Nets couldn't even beat the Trailblazers. Really? Wow, I gotta say, even I'm shocked at tonight. I mean, I expected to beat the Hornets like this by 32 going into the fourth. I gotta make sure I put Q4 up there because I forgot last night to do that until halfway through. Thank you, Calvin. Game's not over, but I think that's going to be a good win. They are looking much better as of late. They outscored the Hornets 37-26. The Spurs have won every quarter. First quarter, 28-22. Second quarter, 38-23. Third quarter, 37-26. Wemby with 26 points, and he's only played 18 minutes tonight? I think he's done. He got his double-double, 26 and 11. Man, he's been playing really well lately. Playing at center has certainly helped him, but having Trey Jones as a starter, admittedly, is helping him as well. And the team just seems to be playing better a little bit. I don't understand why people like Kelvin either, Jorge. I see he gets accused of hero ball a lot, and let's get rid of him, trade him. The thing that's weird with Kelvin, the weirdest thing that I see from Spurs fans, trade Kelvin, he sucks. Well, if he sucks, we're not getting anything for him. If you truly believe he's terrible and he just does hero ball and brings no value to the team, then at most we're going to get a second-round pick for him. We already have 1 million second-round picks. Why don't you just pass the ball and get another triple-double? No, he's got to sit now. He's got to sit for the rest of the game. Spurs are playing tomorrow night. I think Pop should go deep into the bench. Maybe we could see some City Sissoko. Is he with Austin or is he available? Maybe some Sandro Mamushkelia-Veli. Some Blake Wesley running the point. Let's see what our young guys have. Let's just be honest. We beat the worst team in the NBA and a poor team like the Hornets. But we did beat the worst team in the NBA. And the Hornets are a poor team. Dre has 7 assists. Okay. Ball came back. This is his first game back in a long time. I don't remember how long he was out. But yeah, Ball's back, and the Spurs are whooping on him. They should be, Adrian. Serge, go Spurs, go to you. Is it me or was this the most flagrant fouls in the NBA this season? Yes. Adriel, Brandon Miller whacked his head off the floor in the second quarter. There was a flagrant foul that I didn't think should be a flagrant foul, but we found out that a flagrant one is an a foul that occurs, an accidental foul that causes injury is a flagrant one. Wemby's still in the game. Devin Sell, what the turnover. I'm surprised Wemby's still out there. I like seeing Wemby play. Ball up the shot in the paint, no good. Going to get fouled, going to go on the line for 2. I don't think having Victor out there at this point is a good idea. It's a blowout. It's a fourth quarter. You're playing tomorrow night. Wemby should be on the bench at this point. I know for the moment. I don't think Wemby wants to drop 40. What was I saying? Apollo, good evening to you. Forgot what I was talking about. Oh well. Ball at the line, first free throw is good. Let Wemby get 30. Okay. Tomorrow we have the Chicago Bulls at 8:30 Eastern. We'll be live for that at 8:30. Go figure. And excited to see the Spurs play their old teammate DeMar DeRozan for the last time this year. The Spurs are 0-2 against the Bulls, I believe. Don't want to drop them on. I'd like to see them get a win tomorrow night. And a win tonight, which would be a 3-game winning streak, which would be the first one this year. That's for darn sure. Spurs ball, Kelvin with it. Starts to drive. Throws across court. They go around the world to Sohan. Sohan's going to drive in the paint. And the layup is good. And one. Oh, I was talking about the fouls. There was a bad flagrant that should have been a flagrant on Kelvin. Brandon Miller hit his head and maybe a concussion. He was looking wobbly leaving the court, so Miller out for the game, hit his head. Hopefully he's okay. Jesus Christ, good evening to you. Yes, Zach. He should be sitting, but somebody asked about Brandon Miller earlier, which I forgot about. Looks like a concussion, or at least precautionary. They're taking him out, but he hit his head really hard. Just, back of the head, off the floor. Right, Jorge? Free throw's good by Jeremy Sohan. Spurs are up by 33. I don't want to trade Sissoko or Sohan. I'm fine with trading Champagny. Just saying. It is Hornets ball, 106-73, and that's almost a turnover by Charlotte. They get the ball back, 6 on the shot clock, and that jumper's good. Spurs ball. I think that was Nick Smith Jr. with the jumper. It was. Kelvin for 3, no good. Is Wemby out? Yep, and Wemby's probably done for the game. Wow, we're going small. Pop going with the small ball, ultra small ball. That three-pointer is no good for the Hornets. Kelvin with the rebound. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. 106-75. I'll admit I'm loosely paying attention to the game with the blowout. Trey Jones fakes the 3. Drives in the paint. Throws it up. No good. Going to get fouled. Go to the line. Yes, time. Jeremy Sohan has been playing much better. John Henricks, I believe Wemby had 26 points, 11 rebounds in under 19 minutes. So I don't think they're going to give up on Branham yet. Good evening, Ernesto. Carlos says, come on, let's get to 200 likes. Oh my gosh, are we anywhere near that, Carlos? Trey Jones' first free throw is good. Are we close to 200? I think we were trying to get to 150. Oh, we got to 150. Oh, well, maybe we can get to 200 thumbs up. Hopefully by the end of the game, Carlos. And while you're there, make sure you like and subscribe. Both buttons are free to press. I just opened Paint on my computer. I should not have done that. I can't believe the Spurs are whooping the Hornets like this. Expected to win. Again, expected to win. Didn't expect them to crush them like this. The Spurs sent me 2 free jerseys by giving it to 2 young guns. Made their day. Well, Joe, that's awesome. Wemby's efficiency has been up. It has. Blake is coming in. I'm very happy to see Blake Wesley. I'm rooting for him. Was playing pretty well to his knee injury last year and then just kind of got derailed. And that's a turnover for the Hornets. Spurs on the fast break. Keldon Johnson in. Keldon blows the dunk. No. He's going to be shacked and a fool. Oh, Keldon. That three-pointer's no good for Thor. Spurs ball. Jeremy out to Osman. Osman's open for 3. He'll make the 3. 36-point lead. Keldon blew the fast break dunk. Oh, man. He did make Shaq a fool, Albert. He's Shaq a fool. Shaq a fool. LaMelo Ball with the jumper in the paint. No good. Foul going in line 2. Why is LaMelo Ball still in there? Why are any starters in there at this point? Ball just coming back from injury. Take his ball and sit it on the bench. Both balls for that matter. Firefox totally Shaq a fool. Yes, Carlos. When you blow an open dunk, you might find yourself on Shaq a fool. By the way, TSR and Miss TSR love Shaq a fool. I'd watched it before. She had never seen it before. We started watching it recently. Not this season, but maybe next season. We can do a live reaction to the Shaq a Fools together on camera. We'll see. They could go on a 30-0 run. We'd still be up. Yes, we would. Robert Ball, no relation to Lalo. Good evening to you. First free throw is good, by the way. Great game for our Spurs tonight. Both free throws good by Ball. Steven, the Spurs have been better with Wemby at center, but also we have to factor in Trey Jones starting has helped the team as well. Having a point guard actually on the floor, running the offense, beneficial. Devontae Graham has checked in, and who the hell was that? Diakite with the bucket in the paint. I keep forgetting this dude's name. So no Sandro Mamushkelis-Veli. No, actually, he's checking in the game. Mamu's in. I was going to say, is he in the doghouse? Mamu's in. Pop has cleared the bench. Champagne's normally a starter. Mamu, that dude, Graham, and Wesley. Andy, what'd you miss? The Spurs playing damn well tonight. That's what. Spurs playing great tonight. We have a Devontae Graham setting. LaMelo Ball's going back to the line for 2 again because the refs don't want this game to ever end. Noya Sparks, what happened? The Spurs played great tonight. Wemby dominated. He had, I think, 26 points and 11 boards in only like 19 minutes. It's Devontae sober tonight. Ouch. That's NBA champion Diakite. Who did he play for, Phil? Who did he win a title with? Was he with the Nuggets? I don't even know who the dude is. Yeah, he missed the blowout. No one will beat JaVale McGee for appearances on Shaq a Fool. Adrian, that did throw him off. Oh, Sissoko has a sprained ankle? Damn it, I didn't know that. Hornets looking like the Pistons, or are my eyes effed up? Time traveling, the Pistons gave us more of a challenge than the Hornets are tonight. Blake Wesley's runner in the paint, no good. And it's going to be Hornets ball. They have cut the lead to 34. Never mind. All right, they're down by 34. Take all that back. Smith with the miss. Hornets get the ball back. Get in the paint. And Mensah loses the ball out of bounds. We might have found the Spurs. No, not that. Different Miller. Bob Fleming. Brandon Miller was the second or third overall pick in this year's draft, or last year's draft. No wonder Jordan sold his team. Pull-up jumper is good by Bryce McGowans. Cut the lead to 32. You want to chip with the Bucks? Okay. Second pick. I keep forgetting Miller. Second pick. I keep thinking Scoot was a second pick. That runner by Diakite. Diakite. Sounds like a type of karate. Diakite. It says the Hornets are 8. Oh, the Hornets are 8-27. The Spurs are 6-30. The Spurs are about to prove to 7-30. Hey, there's a 3-pointer for the Hornets in old garbage time. I'm not going to know who some of these Hornets players are, so my apologies. Hell, I don't even know who one of the Spurs players are. Diakate, I'm lost. Mama with the ball gets it over to Graham. Graham going to kick it out to Champagne. Champagne going to drive. Throws it off the glass. Total brick. Champagne, he still can't hit freaking anything. He does suck. Fast break for the Hornets. McGowan's with the bucket, and it's Pop's going to call a timeout because the lead's been cut to 29. Champagne just struggling, Albert. The struggle's real. Struggle's been real all year. Spurs will move up the power rankings, at least one. Devontae will not be a Spur next year. His contract is $12 million, but okay, thank you. I knew he was making $12 million this year, Robert, and I knew he was set to make $12 million next year. I knew it was only partially guaranteed. $2.5 million, yeah, he'll be off the team. Nobody's talking about the fact that Wemby compared to his draft class, nobody comes close. Yeah, I would agree. I don't think Chet Holmgren should be eligible for Rookie of the Year. I know he was injured last year. That sucks for him, but he also got to still be with the team, learn the plays, learn the system. Has a huge advantage over everybody else in this year's draft. Dip. That's all, folks. No, Phil. No, go. No, we have none of that. Take your wrench away. I'm just kidding. I want to do that. A good game for our Spurs tonight. 115-86. We're in huge garbage time. And easy. Good evening to you. Anthony, I get Chet's been more efficient. Wemby is arguably, and probably most would agree, is already the best player on the Spurs. When he gets the ball, defenses are looking to stop him. Chet Holmgren has the benefit of not only being in his second year, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is one of the top scorers in the NBA. The reason he's so damn efficient, I got to think one of the things that's helping him is defense are looking to shut him down instead of Chet. Yeah, exactly. Like a red shirt. That's fair. I think Pop's for whatever reason wanted a buck from the losing column, so he chose to develop, but he could compete every night. Maybe. G League Showcase. There you go. How many triple doubles did Chet have? I think he has 0. Right? Oh, Spurs playing with Shai is killing it this year. I don't know his stats per se, but I think he's having a monster year, is he not? I think I saw a stat. He's the first player in quite some time to average over 30 points a game and over 2 steals. Shai for the year, shooting 55, a ridiculous 55% from the field as a point guard, 6 assists, 2.3 steals, 31.4 points per game, and just under 90% from the line. He's having a monster year. When the OKC comes into town, that's the guy you're looking to stop. The guy averaging 31 points a game. Not the tall, lanky, palm tree dude guy. I don't know. Exactly, James. When he's got to work for his lot of shots, I'm guessing Chet gets a lot of easy shots with Shai out there. I'm just saying. I'm biased, but my vote would definitely be for Wemby for Rookie of the Year. Devontae Graham's going to take a 3 and miss it. A rare Devontae Graham shot. 115-86. Is it Shea? Is it Russell? Oh, okay. Is it Shea? He's got too much name. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, it's too much. It throws me off. It's way too much. McGowan's with some nice moves, drives baseline, throws it up and in. If Bryce McGowan's coming alive in the fourth quarter, trying to will the Hornets back into the game. Almost had a trip job on December 17th. He was 1 assist short, but played 32 plus minutes. 32 minutes. Has Wemby played? How many times has Wemby played 30 minutes this year? Like 3? Graham with a nice pass to Diakite out to Mamu. Mamu's going to go around with Champagny. Champagny for three. Damn it, Julian! Wemmy's, I don't think, going to get built like Giannis, but I think he's going to continue to put a little bit of muscle on. Smith Jr. with the bucket, and look at this. The Horns are coming back. Emmy, is that Jamie Jaquez Jr. on the Heat, or am I getting confused? He does have a long name. It's too many syllables. It messes me up. Champagny is hot garbage. Julia puts the champ in champ. Yeah, I don't know about that. You mean chump in Champagny? And now a nice steal by Wesley. Wesley on the fast break. Boom, shakalaka.
Thunder dunk of justice.
One thing I'll say about Blake Wesley, after that steal, he turned the Jets on. He looks like he's got his speed back to 100% since the knee injury. That dude can fly. Wesley's got some serious speed in his body. And now almost a turnover by the Hornets to get the ball back. 3 on the shot clock. And now a whistle. All right, Militano, have a good night. Spiritual Needs, thank you for stopping in. Man, Wesley was flying. Champagny is, man, you guys are not digging the Champagny. Hurricane Megan, he shouldn't be starting. That's for darn sure. I like Julian. I'm rooting for him. He has no business starting on our roster. He would not start on any team anywhere in the NBA, not even the Pistons or the Hornets or the Wizards. He's not a starter at this point in his career. Can he be a nice three-point specialist off the bench with some D? Yes. But a starter, he is not. That's just my humble opinion. I hope I'm wrong about him. DG1, I'm glad you're enjoying the game. And Anthony, yes. 2 very young teams. A rivalry will be developing. Mama with the ball and another whistle in it. I like Blake too. I'm hoping he succeeds with us. Champagny, time for you to get on the bench. 5.5 minutes to go. Spurs are up by 27. Champagny's a great turn. You know, Cap 210, it almost feels like when Champagny launches a shot, it is a turnover. Because he's just been really struggling this year, especially as of late. Mamu fakes a 3, going to drive into the paint, throws up the layup, and it rolls off the rim. And another whistle. There's been way too many fouls in this game. Why is the clock not going? I've had a lot of technical difficulties tonight, but you know what? That don't matter. The Spurs are winning. That's all that matters. Omar, I don't think he's going to go back there. Robert, have a great night. Champagne needs to go home and retire. He's a little young to retire, I think. Champagne should be on the court now, Firefox. Garbage time? Yes. Mamu misses the first free throw. Starting? No. Second 5 has no potential player. This lineup. And Wesley's aggressive. Second free throw is good. Whoops. Veronica, you're back. Did you hear about Dougie? I'm penny for MVP. Even in garbage time, he's ASS. Yeah, Trey Jones is done for the game. All our starters are done for the game. Champagne needs to drink some. Oh, Veronica, do you really not know? Don McDermott rolled his ankle, limped to the locker room. Not trolling. He actually did get hurt. I wouldn't joke about a Spur getting hurt. Rolled his ankle. I'm guessing some sort of sprain. I don't know if he's going to be out. We don't know, but he was limping to the locker room. Champagne for 3. Finally. Champagne's on a point restriction. That's a good one, Pat. That's a good one. That pull-up jumper is no good by Smith Jr. 121-90 Spurs just annihilating the Hornets. Champagne with the ball right now. Here's just talking trash about him, so he's starting to make some shots. Wesley with the ball into the paint. Turns it. Nope, doesn't turn the ball over. Gets it back. Gets it to Diakite. Diakite with the little jumper. No good. And, of course, there's another foul. Oh, no. My poor baby. I'm on my way to help him get to his house. Yeah, sorry, Veronica. He got hurt in third quarter, I think. He was on fire, Anthony. He's been playing really well lately. Fortunately, made the joke. Just hurt his trade value. He's actually been playing really well, hitting some big 3-pointers for us. He's got such a great release. I mean, catch, shoot. That free throw is good for Diakite. I'll butcher his name all night. Y'all remember when I never said Scoot was going to be Rookie of the Year? Federal play, this game has been annoyingly long. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. The game started at 8. It's almost 10:30. Most of the NBA streams are about 2 hours and 20 minutes. And that includes me doing the end of the game stats. There's still 4 minutes left, and I haven't touched the stats yet. I'm touching myself, but Hornets ball, Smith in the paint, gets blocked by Mamu. And Mamu will bring it up for the Spurs, sprinting up the court, gets into the paint, takes it coast to coast, and forgets the ball. That's a turnover. Alley-oop and a huge dunk by green shoe guy. I seriously have no idea who just dunked that at all. Graham pull-up jumper good. 125-92. Ayo, Kashiba. What I like, Ayo from Chicago? Yeah. Sham Penny, nice. Yeah, Diego, a lot of the guys are playing much better as of late, and it's making me very happy because, man, that 18-game losing streak, the struggle was real being a Spurs content creator, but the team seems to have turned a bit of a corner on a 2-game winning streak. Came close to being the Bucks and the Cavs, and were competitive in games before that. I think they're starting to come together. Right now. 195-92. Hornets ball. 5 on the shot clock. 3 minutes to go in the game. And another foul. Oh my God, these refs can't stop. Wemby has to be Rookie of the Year. Chet is not even the 4th best player in OKC. TG1, I don't know where he stands in OKC, but Wemby's clearly the best defensive player we have, and arguably the best. He's, but no doubt, the best finisher at the rim. The only thing holding him back offensively is the turnovers and poor 3-point shooting. But he's clearly our best. I would say he's probably our best player now. Chet is definitely not the best player in OKC. There's not in. That's an objective fact. That is clearly Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA. There we go. So let's say SGA. Graham with a nice pass to Diakite. Diakite with a little a jump in the paint, and then a jump shot. 127-92. Spurs destroying the Hornets. Use like Danny Green. Take prime Green over current Champagny. Hornets ball. Red shoe dude with the ball right now. Pulls up for 3. Red shoes misses the 3. I don't know who that is. Blake Leslie with the rebound. And SGA's 3rd in the MVP race. Exactly. Every team has been in the bonus all 4 quarters. My goodness. Russell, that is a terrible stat. 2 minutes to go. And another whistle. Angie, my name's Rich. Doug McDermott got actually 2 injuries tonight. Doug McDermott rolled his ankle, and Brandon Miller whacked his head on the floor. So Miller out with a possible concussion. Doug McDermott out with a sprained ankle. Prime Danny Green was a rebound away from Finals MVP. JJ23B, I hope when he plays tomorrow. He played under 20 minutes tonight, so fingers crossed he plays tomorrow against doubles. It's crazy that Ish Smith only player in the court with the ring. Fair. Jared, happy early birthday. Sorry for those who worked early and wanted to watch the game. Fair enough. And Spurs revenge on OKC. Let me revenge. Oh, no, Omar, I was not saying Champagny's anything. I was not saying Champagny's anything like Danny. Somebody was saying that they're trying to use him like Danny Green. And I said I'll take prime Danny over this Champagny. The real General Zod is in the chat. Wemby has 26 and 11 in 19 minutes. I know. He's got to be playing tomorrow. Hurricane Megan, this is one of the Spurs' best games this year. Absolutely. Up by, is this our biggest win in the year? We're up by 35. Mikey did. And you're welcome, Leo. The Raptors pick is top 6 protecting and looking like exactly 6 teams will be in a lower tier. Diego, I'm hoping the Raptors finish as the 7th worst team and get the 7th overall pick in this coming draft, which would then be the Spurs pick. We're probably going to have a top 3 pick. So can you imagine if the Spurs had the 1st overall pick and the 7th overall pick? That would be nuts. You're welcome, Carlos. Brandon Miller, I think he had 7 or 9. Also, most wins in a month. Kokoshiba, I say take that away because we had 3. We had 3 in November, didn't we? Or was that in October? I think we had 2 in October, 1 in November. Or the other way around. We started 3 and 2, didn't we? So maybe 2 in October, 1 in November. Wait, no. 2 in October, 1 in November, 1 in December? No, wait a minute. Good God. Did we go? I don't know. We don't have many wins. It's really hitting me right now how bad we are. But we're getting better. Well, Omar, I'd like to take credit for that, but that was actually Malachi Branham rolling his ankle, which kind of forced Pop to finally start a real point guard. You know, I hate to say it, but injuries have maybe benefited the San Antonio Spurs. Zach Collins rolling his ankle is a reason Wemby's starting at center, and Wemby's been much better at center than when he was trying to play the 4. And then Malachi Branham getting hurt and stopping the Jeremy Sowing point guard experiment is what enabled Trey Jones to start starting. So injuries, I mean, the biggest benefit to the Spurs in the history of the team was, I hate to say it, my boy David Robinson, Graham for 3, David Robinson getting hurt and missing most of 96-97. Spurs win the first overall pick. Boom, Tim Duncan. Boom, dynasty. 130-9. Oh, I missed a 3-pointer for the Hornets at some point. My apologies. 130-95, and now a turnover by Charlotte. Spurs with the ball. Graham for 3 again from the corner. Devontae Graham now having some fun out there. That quick run of the paint by Smith Jr. is good. 133-97. Hornets trying to get to 100. I don't want to use that word, Kokoshibo. I'm very curious what they do when they're all healthy, too. And yes, Angie, Brandon Miller does play for Charlotte. That's a miss. Mama with the rebound. Oops, my clock's a little ahead. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go, and the Spurs are going to win their 2nd game in a row. Blake Wesley flies in the paint, throws it up, and in, and 1. Or no and 1. I thought I heard a whistle. Just gets the bucket. No, and none. He got the bucket. I could go for a graham cracker, Veronica. I'm hungry. I'm really hungry. Calling these games burns a lot of energy, believe it or not. And now a huge dunk by Thor. Because, you know, your team's down by 36, so why not throw it down with authority? You know, make you feel a little better about yourself. Why not? I get it. I see it. Now let's beat someone by 40. Ernesto, rapping. There you go. All right, Mike. Well, the next game is tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern. We'll be live on the channel. Myself, the crew, Miss TSR. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like if you're on the way out. I'll stay to the end of this. Great win by our team. Yes, please hit the thumbs up on the way out. It does still help the channel. It is a back-to-back, Carlos. It certainly is. And there's a 3-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Spurs play the Bulls tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be live with you. You'll be live. We'll be live. And I can't wait. Surge, Go Spurs, go to you as well. Goofron, what's up, Go Spurs, go? Penalty's got the Bulls. I think we should beat the Bulls. There's 1.4 seconds left. They're just going to run the clock out, obviously. I'm not going to bother. Spurs having some fun on the bench. And the Spurs on a 2-game winning streak. Can we get a 3-game winning streak tomorrow? We held the Hornets to under 100. Booyah! All it takes is that one like from you to do your part. Only you can rip forest fires. Oh, hey, excellent. We are close to Jordan. Thumbs up, Veronica. We're at 189. Hopefully we can get to 200 before I call it a night. But let's go ahead and look at the end of the game stats. And our Spurs are playing much better lately. Much better. 2-game winning streak. Spurs now improve their record. Well, 7-30 still sounds terrible. We outscored the Hornets in every quarter tonight. Every quarter. Good job. Brandon Miller. Oh, I stand corrected. Brandon Miller played 9 minutes. He had 1 point. Bridges with 14. Richards with 12. Ball back from injury. Had 28 points. He went 15 of 16 from the line. Good grief. And had 5 assists and 5 steals and 6 turnovers. Weird line for him tonight. Rozier with 16. Off the bench, Black with 2. Thor 5. Mensah, Smith, Booknight with 0. I didn't even know Booknight was in the damn game. All right, whatever. Smith Jr. with 12, and McGowan's with 12. Smith Jr. with 9 for San Antonio Spurs. Champagne, he's still sucking out there. 2 of 8 from the field, finished with 9 points. Sohan had a nice game, 13, 6, and 4 with 2 steals. Victor Wembanyama in only 20 minutes, 26 points, 11 boards, and 2 blocks. I hope he plays tomorrow night. Trey Jones with 6 points and 7 assists. Down Vassell with only 12. Didn't really need much from him tonight. Off the bench, pretty much everybody played. Mama with 1. Diakite with 8. Barlow with 5. McDermott was on fire until he hurt his ankle with 14. Osman with 11. Keldon did not have a very good night. Only 3 of 11 from the field. Blew a dunk, 2 on a fast break. He finished with 10. Graham with 8. Branham with 8. And Wesley with 4. The Spurs win 135-99. Wow. That was good. I got to say I'm quite happy. This was a long game, though. Long game. I think that they're going to go on a 10 or 11 game winning streak. You know what? Tomorrow's a winnable game. We have a couple winnable games coming up, Spurs fans. We're 9 thumbs up away from 200, by the way. Just 9. 9 of you just need 9 of you to thumbs up, preferably 10. Our schedule coming up. We got Chicago on, tomorrow. The Hawks Monday. That's a winnable game. At Boston Wednesday. Let's be honest. Probably not winning that game. They annihilated us last time we played them. We might be more competitive than Boston got shellacked, I believe, by Milwaukee recently. We got the Hornets again on January 19th. Winnable game. And then, another back-to-back. And then we have the Wizards on January 20th. So there are some very winnable games on that schedule. Be nice if we could beat Chicago and Atlanta. I don't think we'll beat Boston, but if we could beat Chicago, former teammate DeMar DeRozan, and then beat Atlanta, former teammate DeJounte Murray on MLK Day, by the way, that game's at 3:30. Get a 3 or 4 game winning streak. I think that would do so much for our guys. I know they're tired of you can tell that, just the body language, the look. We got 200 thumbs up, but don't stop hitting the thumbs up if you can still keep crushing it. But I'm sure team morale has got to be going up right now. They're feeling better about themselves, being competitive, starting to win. This is what I wanted to see from the Spurs this year. Didn't expect the playoff team. I wanted to see them be competitive and beat bad teams. The last 4 games, we've done that. Competed against the Bucks, competed against the Cavs. We beat the Pistons. We beat the Hornets. This is what I'd like to see from the rest of the year. Beat the really bad teams that are around our record and just at least be competitive against the good teams and maybe steal a win here and there. DeRozan going down. I like it. Will the Spurs make the postseason? No. Megan, we're way too far in the hole record-wise to make the postseason. But we continue to grow, continue to develop, continue to get better, and continue to be fun to watch. That's what I like. So that's what I got, my friends. Looking forward to seeing tomorrow night. And this is a great one for our Spurs tonight. 2-game winning streak. I like it. Thank you all. Until next time. What you gonna do when TSR Sports, Selena Gomez, Grogu, and Baby Coyote run wild on you? Have a great night. Go Spurs, go!